Hello, traders. John at StockBookie.com. Today we're doing a live stream, 1 o'clock Eastern time. We're in Arizona and it's 11 o'clock. But what can you do? I'm all excited. Haven't done this in a couple weeks, and looking forward to doing more of these. So let's get right into the charts. We're going to start with the SPY, the usual suspects. Let me go up here, shut this down. Hold on. Gosh, this feels like I haven't done this in forever. But SPY chart, we made a video yesterday, posted it last night. Same thing. We're above the trend line. They popped it above. We're slowly consolidating. Let's see if we could get back below the trend line, then possibly more downside. Right now, guys, nothing wrong with the SPY. We do have a whopping 24 million on the day right here at, 1 o'clock New York time. So markets are holding up pretty good. You know, I don't even have all my stuff up. I don't even know where the Dow is or anything right now. I've been running around a little bit this morning, typing some stuff, working. You guys know, if you follow me, I own a printing company, and that's priority. But the love and passion I have for stocks and technical analysis, guys, I love doing this stuff. So SPY's okay. We're only down 35 cents. Let's get into the IWM really quick. IWM's down 95 cents, so it's a little bit weaker. Gosh, I got to get my hold on, guys, here. So daily chart, you know what? Let me pull up. As usual, I just have a Scottrade account with a minimum amount in there, and I use that for my Dow Jones and all that stuff, because that's actually pretty good. They don't charge me for some of the items I like to have. If I go through e-signal, they charge me for everything: the dollar chart, the broker dealers chart, the SPX, this, that, everything else. So I use Scottrade for some of the stuff that I like to follow. Let this thing pull up. Sorry about the wait, guys, but let me just pull this up, because this is what I use, you know, just to see what's on the markets, because like I said, I get this stuff for free. I'll do some option trades. I just look at this stuff here. You got, you know, that tells me where the Dow's and all that stuff. I think there's something on e-signal, but you know what? I've been using Scottrade for years and years and years. It's just one of the brokers I use, guys. So, all right. So the IWM, we're right back into the 20 MA. We did fill the gap today, so that's why we're holding. Again, light volume, guys. But we did, you know, it's interesting how we pulled back. We gapped up over this area, this pivot, and it's slowly just dribbling. So was this kind of a BS move to get more people in? Now 20,000, everyone gets excited. So you know what? You got more money managers, brokers calling you and saying, hey, get in the markets. It's Dow 20,000. What are you waiting for? So don't believe it, guys. You know, at least for me, I can't buy at the highs up here. So that's me. So if you want to, God bless you. Good luck to you, and hopefully it works out for you. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, I haven't done this in a while, but let's get this thing, you know, show rolling here. All right, let's get a handle on a couple other things as well. Let's see here. I'm going to post one more item. All right, let's get back. Let me find my feed. All right, so let's get back into the IWM. You know, nice little fade on the IWM. Man, all right, no volume again. Look at this. We pop up here, we gap up. Now we're right back down and fill the gap. We just filled it, you know, earlier in the day, chopping around. We have the 200 MA on the 10-minute chart holding this area up. Let's go to the 60-minute real quick here. Right back down. Yeah, there's the other reason, guys. So we got gap fill, and we have the 200 MA holding this thing up. So let's see if we can consolidate and possibly get some lower prices here. Gosh, 24 million on the SPY. Hey, what's up, guys? How's everything going? Yeah, I've been missing in action, guys. If you watch my live videos, I have the printing company. I do a lot of stuff for grocery stores, and it's Valentine's Day, guys, coming up. I do a lot of banners, a lot of stuff for that, and that's why I've been kind of missing in action. I've been missing these live videos. We've been having some good scalp trades during the day, intraday action. It's been great. So, you know, just follow me on Twitter if I'm not around. And yeah, thanks, buddy. I know it's great to be in action again, man. You know, had some good trades. We traded Google today. That was awesome. Posted that one, and we're still in the swing trade, still upside down. You know, I had some stocks that I bought, and you know, it's kind of one of those things. Do I hold it for a swing? Do I get out of it for a loss? And at this point, you know what? I'm just adding slowly shorts, guys. And every time I get a winner on a short swing trade, I'm putting it in another one that I'm upside down in. I'm just going to keep using that capital and keep you know, moving around in positions. And if I'm in I don't know, say NVIDIA, you know, I'm in a 10% position on that one. I'm still getting roasted. But you know what? At the end of the day, if I have 5 good winning trades, I might actually throw a little more at NVIDIA because my account, as the months are going by with this one, you know, my account's building up, and I actually, you know, now it's only like an 8% position in my portfolio. So I could add more, but I'm kind of waiting for earnings to see what happens on that. Yeah, printing, not writing. Yeah, yeah. The print, you know, printing company's going real good right now, and we're really, or I'm really busy. So, IWM possible buy today? IWM, no way. You can buy it. It has pretty good support here. I just can't do it, guys. At the all-time highs, we did break above it, but see how we came back in? We're almost below this trend line again today. You know, I thought for sure we'd probably consolidate and maybe shoot for the all-time high, but man, 2 days straight down into the trend line again that we broke through. So that's kind of a false breakout on that trend line. So be careful with this one, guys. Let's go to the Qs real quick. We'll go into more questions and answers and all that stuff. We'll look at Tesla and all that. Let me go through the regular stuff. So the Qs, we talked about this trend line up here. If you go to the weekly chart, you go back, that's that trend line through these highs here, and then that's where we're pretty much into now. I'm going to keep an eye on that. The upsloping trend lines aren't the best, aren't the worst. I'm going to extend this out a little bit further here, but not the best, not the worst, but it's something you got to know. And then the other thing is the even number at 125. You know, that's going to be natural resistance as well. So you got some stuff up here, so you got to be careful with that one if you're long. If you're long, you know what, just make sure you have a stop in there. You know, you could play it a couple bucks down, but just don't be caught with your pants down, because, you know, we can open up Monday and this thing's tanking. We're right in that time frame, guys, where anything can happen. So just be careful. The DIA, you know, same thing. We popped above it. A little bit weak today. You know, they're holding this one up too. They want the 20,000 as long as they can. You know, hold it up there so they can, you know, over the weekend, everyone watching the news, it will be news. And you get news out there, you give someone a reason to buy the markets, they're going to get out there and do it. That's as simple as that. Dow 20,000. Oh my gosh, I thought Trump was going to ruin everything, and now he's making everything great again. You know, so everything, you know, so it's just the psychological part, the 20,000, the hype, the news. How high can we go? Don't get sucked in, guys. That's why as this thing's going up, we're adding shorts across the board, little by little. My positions are not huge by any means. I'm just, you know, if you can do, you know, 30 positions with $10,000 in each one, spread them apart. Who cares? If they all come in 5-10%, you're going to make, you know, you're going to make some good money. If you come in 10% on a $10,000 position, you make $1,000. If it comes in at 5%, you make 500. But if you do 70, 80 of those and they're all for 500 bucks, you start making some serious money. We've had on Twitter, I think I have about 70 something trades posted. And so far probably in the last, I mean, you could go far. You could probably go 5 months back, but most of them are probably about 2 months out, 3 months out. We've covered about 15 of those so far, and we're just waiting for one big down move, and we're going to cover all of them. I promise you, it's coming. It's coming, guys. So just be careful with these markets. If you want to go long, that's up to you. I mean, for all I know, it could go up another, you know, go to Dow 21,000 for all I know. But you know what? We're long in the tooth, and I'll show that chart in a minute. IYT, where's that one today? Down 79 cents. We went right back in the double top. It pulled back. Now let's see if we can get a bullish pattern. MAs curl up and maybe higher prices. Let's keep an eye on this one. Volume is low today after a nice good push up, you know, with a little bit of volume right to double top. So if you're not short any of these indexes, and if you want to go short, start shorting them. Don't go all in, spread them around, and expect possible higher prices with the light volume. But if it goes up, be willing to add more. Again, don't load the boat. We're looking for small, you know, small pops or drops where we could take 500 to $1,000 off the table. For me, at least. I don't have a huge account, but you know, you got to spread them around. I've been telling everyone to not buy puts for a long, long time. I still get emails with people, I'm in some puts and I'm getting killed. It's like, gosh, I've been telling you guys, don't buy puts. You can write puts, because every time you wrote puts, and at the end of the month, that premium that was 2 is at 0. They're just killing them every month. If you would have wrote puts on every down move, you'd be killing it. And, you know, down here, write a put, boom, gone. Down here, write a put, boom, gone. Down here, write a put, boom, gone. Down here, write a put. Straight up, write a put right here, straight up again. It's like magic, but they got everybody conditioned, guys, that every time it goes down, it goes up. You got to buy it. One day it's not going to happen, so just be careful. Let's look at the USO. That thing's been up 22 cents, down 22 cents, up 22 cents, down 22 cents. That's why I set my position, and you set it and forget it. You know, how are you supposed to watch this? That's why One day I went golfing. I'm going to hit golf balls. I'm hanging out with my family a little bit more, guys. These are markets where this thing's just chugging along. It's not even this one. And stuff's going up. I'm just adding more short positions, guys. By the time you know it, I'm gonna have it all loaded up, and they're all gonna. It's gonna come down. It's the bottom line, with or without Trump. We'll catch a bid eventually one time on the SPY and all that. But right now, USO is fine. We are right there above the trend line, above the 50 MA. We did pop above this. I talked about my video. I said, wow, look at this. They closed it above. Could we actually go higher? And boom, right back down. So, it's almost like just let me know when this thing's down here around 10 bucks, and then I'll take off my trade. But nothing wrong with this one still. The news, but in the beginning of the year, OPEC's going to cut, so oil should fly. And then RBC, oil's about to be in a bull run, after this run up from here, then they start talking about a bull run, and then RBC down here too, right here. It's going to start, it could be possibly a bull run. And then right here, they tell everybody, oh my gosh, we're on a bull run. And it comes down here, pulls up here. It's a bull run oil. Then it comes down here, goes up here. It's a bull run on oil. It's amazing. I'm sure they'll upgrade it too, whatever else they do. I guess someone upgraded Google today to 1,000. I posted something on StockTwits yesterday. I guarantee if this thing goes down, someone's going to upgrade Google tomorrow. And boom. And I think it was RBC actually. So nothing wrong with the USO. I'm hyped up today, guys. The dollar again, we're going up again. So up a little bit. Let's see where gold is. Gold is flat today. So we did catch this double bottom here. So if you are long gold with us, so far so good. We did not crack that area. Let's see if this thing can get back above the moving averages and start shooting up for the I'm still thinking 27, 28. And if this thing really starts to rumble, 28 bucks and 29 bucks. But it's still early. We had a nice pullback here. If you wanted to go long the dollar, you could give it a shot. But if you really have to go long the dollar, we were long. We already cut. We already sold it. But I would wait, if it could get down to here, gap fill around 25 bucks. Maybe another buck, you know what? Why not? If you wanted to nibble on it, you can. But there's a possibility of it going back down in there. Let's look at the GLD. GLD, nice pullback. We're still trying to hold the 20 MA, man. It's holding on for dear life. We do not want to get below this. I mean, if we do, it's okay. But, if you're not long gold, then you could wait down here and possibly start to nibble. We started nibbling at 115, 112.50, and then the 108 area. Little bit in the money right now, so nothing great. If it comes back down, I'll load up some more down here. I'd still like to see the $100 level hit, and then I'm going to load the house, guys. I'll go to a 10% position and ride this thing up because I'm saving it. If you're doing 1,000 shares in the GL, or let's just say 500 shares in the GLD, or let's even go lower because a lot of people don't have large accounts. Let's go 100 shares. So you would have added like 20 at 115, 20 at 12.50 or so, and then maybe another 20 down here at 107. So your average would be, you'd be right about here. You'd be about break even or so, a little bit above. And then if it goes to 102, 101, then you take the 40 shares you have left and you'll load it up at the 100. And then your cost average will come down, maybe 108, 107, right in that area, maybe 109, something like that. I don't know the exact math. But and then boom, hold on to the gold because eventually this one's going to be rocking a rocket ship. So, all right, guys, hold on with the, I'm still finishing up here. All right, well, the gold is there. So if you're with gold, hold on strong. Let's see if we can stay above the 50 MA, but nothing wrong. We had a slight pullback and we had a hell of a move. And then boom, it pulled back, and let's see if we can start going up again. All right, guys. All right, Amazon for Brian here. If you have some, just don't keep punching symbols. And Amazon's tough right now, Brian, because you have earnings coming up. I just can't play it. If it pops up on earnings, I'll do a short scalp. Might even write some calls on here. And all my positions, like I said, guys, just small. I can keep adding. I can pretty much do whatever. I don't want to be strangled on a huge position on 2 stocks. I want to be in 30 stocks, 40 stocks, small positions. And as they're coming in, I'll take, 400 here, 600 there, 400 there, 700 there. And at the end of the day, if you do 200-300 trades a year and you're making, 500-600 on each one, or say an average of 400 on each one, you're making money. So Amazon, I love the area, double top. I would wait for, higher prices possibly. I don't know if you're going to get it on earnings. If it does pop on earnings, I would short it, but really nothing to do. It did have a hell of a run. If you wanted to give it a shot, go, if you're going to do 100 shares on Amazon, do 50. If it pops up higher, add the 50 and then hold. do something like that. But don't, if that's all in, don't do it. If you got to go 30 shares, even if you do a $5,000 position, if this thing pulls back 10%, you're making $500. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. Even if you're doing $10,000 positions, if something pulls back 10%, you're making $1,000. If it pulls 5, half off, you get 10, another half off. Your average is 7.5% on a $10,000 trade. It's $750. You rack up a bunch of those. Hey, Raj, what's up, buddy? So you rack up a bunch of those guys, you're making money. It's easy as that. All right, so that's Amazon. Need money to pull back to see gold rise? Yeah, maybe. You had a nice pullback in gold. We just looked at that one, the GLD. You did have a nice pullback, but we are still holding the MAs. And plus, if you look at the weekly chart too, and if you go to my videos, my daily videos, we almost came into the 20 MA. We had the 5.0 retrace. It had a heck of a retrace. We had a 50% retrace, and now we're back below the 618. Let's see if we can hold that. Do we hold it, or do we go a little bit lower? Or, for all I know, we go back down to 100. But I'm ready. If we go to 100, I'm loading the house on here. 10% total position, but I'm going to put the rest of my money in here. I'm still in a decent sized position, but I got plenty left to go. And if it goes up to 122, 125, I'll be done. I'll make my 500 or whatever I make on it, 600, 700 or whatever, and that's good enough. Whatever. Right now, for me, guys, there's just not a lot to do. I'm putting on small trades, putting on some risk, but I have so many of them, I don't care. And as they come in, I'm just going to peel them off one at a time, because these are markets you don't want to go crazy. Look at Netflix, back to 140, 173. It's Netflix. Eight months ago, oh, Netflix is the worst thing ever. Amazon's going to take them over, and their Prime, and Apple's starting to do something. Then Netflix tanks. Now all of a sudden, Netflix is the best thing ever again. They got all these subscribers, blah, blah, blah. You know what? We're back to double top on Netflix. That's all I know. Keith going with these don't make any sense. Yeah, nothing makes any sense right now. These markets are just stupid. Cat, I just added more short to that one today. I did a scalp trade too on Cat up in this area, and we pulled it off, half off, and then we did the rest. I think it's been a crazy day, guys. But yeah, for Cat, I added. It went up, we pulled it off. It went up again. I added more again, and yeah, I'm doing it again. I'm going to hold on to it. It could go higher. You got higher prices. You're in the 750 retrace. We're trying to break out. You have this breakdown bar right here. I just don't believe it. It could go to 107 area, but I'm not in a huge position. I don't care. If I do $5,000 or $10,000 worth, and that's how I play it, guys. I got to do 1,000 shares of this. I do money wise. I'm going to do a $20,000 position, a $10,000 position, a $30,000 position, whatever I can maintain a bunch of positions on and just kind of sit and wait. That's what I'm doing. I'm not buying puts. I'll write some calls. I'm learning how to do spreads with a couple of the guys that come to my live sessions and stuff. I'm getting to know, so I'm learning to do spreads. So that's something we're going to do in the future. But right now, if this thing goes up to 107, I'm not getting my butt kicked. It's not going to be a big deal. And if it goes up here, I'll add a little bit more. I'm just going small, just like a buoy in the ocean, guys. I'm just there hanging out. If this wants to go up, so be it. I'm not all in. Don't care. Unfortunately, NVIDIA, JPM, Goldman Sachs, I'm getting my butt kicked on those. I do have full position on a couple of them. Hate that idea. But even my full position now, guys, is still, say my full position is $100,000. I'm only at half positions because I'm telling myself I'm going to do $50,000 full positions because these markets are just unpredictable. They're hitting good levels. They're pulling back and doing stuff. Look at Cat. Goes straight up here, pulls back, inside bar, bullish pattern, pops up again, chops around, maybe earnings or something. But this is Caterpillar. And we're getting huge moves up and down, or weekly moves. If you look at the daily, it's just unheard of. You're getting such action in there, and that's telling me these are just big institutions playing the options and screwing people. You get Cat going from 70 to 84 in a month. A 20% move. It's like, huh? And then it chops another 20, and then it pulls back, goes up. There's no sense. So for me, I'm setting positions and I'm just playing them out. And during the intraday action, I'm scalping stuff. I'm doing this, trying to make money that way. Like I scalped Goldman Sachs. Took on a position yesterday. And some guy was like, hey, I thought you were in a swing trade. Yeah, but it doesn't mean I can't trade this intraday. Why? And if I had to hold a couple days, I will. And you know what? Goldman Sachs came down. I covered the trade. I'm done. I'm out. I hate taking my capital and holding it in my scalping account, but sometimes I do, because in markets like this, I want to go out. I want to go get a pizza for lunch. I want to go maybe golfing for a couple hours, or go hit balls, or hang out with my kids, or pick them up from school. I don't want to be, chained, ball and chain to my station because I'm in an all-in position on something and I'm stressed out to the hill. No, I got plenty of positions out there, guys, and they're all coming off one at a time. They all laughed at me in 2015 when I joined StockTwits, and I was telling everybody for months, load the house, put on shorts, put on shorts, put on shorts. And when we had that big flash crash, the 1,000-point down day, guess what? I was loaded short. Took a couple months to play out, but when that day played out, cleaned house. That's what I'm looking for again. We're going to get a pullback, guys. It's just a matter of when. And when you're taking these positions, just spread them all apart and make sure you're in, especially the high flyers. That's what I'm in, a lot of them, and I'm going to play those out all the way. Like F5. F5 came in real good. I'm holding on to that. I don't care. It's coming down. It's a high flyer. So, all right, guys. Let's see here. Hey, Tony, what's going on, bud? How often do you do live sessions? I'm trying to do them more. If you get to know me, I've been doing these for about a month and a half now, or couple months or whatever. I own a printing company. I'm doing Valentine's Day stuff, and I am super busy. I'm the only guy here. I'm a broker. I do print brokering too. And that's what's going on right now. That's why I haven't been doing a lot of videos, a lot of live sessions. But man, I want to do these at least a couple times a week. If you're not a member on my website, go stockbookie.com, sign up. It's free, and you'll get the post or the email. A little bit simpler. And eventually, I want to do it on like GoToMeeting, where we can have more of a personal session where I get to know you guys and how you guys, get the trade. And I'm working with a couple other people in the last couple of weeks where I might bring some other people's into the room, talk about option trades and what we're seeing in the market. It's going to be some cool stuff, man. Just, I'm going to try to compete against CNBC. No, who knows? But I want to give you guys good information where you guys can actually make money, Not just, I'm going to upgrade Google today because I'm RBC to 1,200 or whatever it is. It's just out of control. So, all right, newbie, how often do you do live video? Yeah, I do that. Caught your post in StockTwits, the Qs and NQF. We could look at the Qs. We did that earlier. But yeah, I mean, it just keeps grinding up on low volume. So we're watching these areas up in here with the trend line. Actually, let me pull this one. I pulled it out a little bit further today. I'd like to bring it down a little bit. I'd like to touch these tails in here and then go through this high tail. So we're right into this, and let's see if we slowly grind through it. If we do, man, we can go to 130, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Trump's the wild card right now at this point, guys. So you got to be careful with that. He can cause a war or do something. I don't know. We're going to see what this guy is capable of. Well, let me tell you, for me in America, if he's going to do some changes, he's not your typical politician. I'm going to give the guy a shot, whatever. It can't be any worse than anyone else, any other of these talking head politicians in there doing their crap. So, all right, let's get back into the charts again. Cats. Yeah, if you're not short cat, no problem. If you want to give it a shot, just don't load the boat. It could go higher. If you want to put some in there, I am short cat again, and I will ride it out. But we did short it. We pulled it off. I shorted it again today. We did an intraday scalp too and made a little bit of money. So I'm hoping we could get another pullback, maybe to 94, 92, and I'll be out of that trade again. Just rinse and repeat. Price line, try to play this beast, and it's just a beast. We're coming in double top. A ton of these stocks are running up into earnings, and it's going to be interesting if they push up. Again, this one on earnings, if it pops up, I will be writing calls, and I will be short this one again. I am not, I'm not in any position. I might have one out on Twitter, though, but I'm pretty sure I don't. We covered that one, or I did at least. There might be a trade out there where you guys are in it. I'm not in every trade I post, guys. I'm trying to keep track of all of them as much and the best that I can. When I have 75 trades on Twitter, and most of them are short, I do have all my symbols up there that I do have positions in, but I'm not in every one. But as ones that I am in, as they pull back and I make money, I cover that trade. I look for the one I'm upside down the most in that I posted on Twitter. I go back, then I'll enter that trade in that position, because when I, originally put something in, if it's against me, I'll go in it. Because a lot of these trades I went in, they're either high flyers, great pivot points, and a lot of them are monthly chart plays. And when stuff are stretched, it takes a little bit of time for these things to come in, So you got to just be patient with these trades, especially if we're playing the monthly chart. But for Priceline, wait for earnings. If it pops up, then short it. If it drops, then you're just going to miss it, and then we'll look for support areas for possible bounces. So that's how I'm playing these. Just like Amazon, guys, I'm going to wait for earnings. If it pops, I'll be shorting it. Google, I took a short trade today. That turned out to be epic. That was a great trade. I did post that on StockTwits. Hopefully some of you guys got out of it. I even covered half of the half, and then did a quarter position and got a couple more bucks out of it. But even on Google, guys, I'm not doing huge positions. I'll do a couple hundred shares, if that. It's a huge stock. I don't want to be stuck overnight holding a $300,000 position. I hate that more than anything. So with a 100 shares, 200 shares, you sell the half, now you have 100. You sell the half, now you got 50 shares. And that, if that pulls back 30, 40 bucks with 100 shares, you're making $4,000. But if it goes up against you, you're losing $4,000. So maybe do 50 shares if you can't handle it. Just make sure you know your risk before you get in. Now, CSX, we were talking about shorting this thing here at the trend line. Gosh, we talked about 50 bucks too. If you were doing it on this trend line, you got to make sure you have some more to add up in this area. And, it could do 50. I don't. Some news came out or something on this one. I don't even know anymore. But we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, almost into the $50 area, because that's where all the technicians are, waiting to short this thing at the 50 even number. But it did gap above that trend line and is going. So just be careful. If you did short it down in here, just make sure you have a little bit more. Don't go all in. If you're going to do 100 shares here, do 100 shares there. And if it gets past 50, 51, add another 100, couple hundred shares. You don't need a lot to make money out of these positions. You get a pullback 5-10%, you get the hell out. Like me, if you're doing $10,000 positions, $20,000 positions, you get your 500-600 done. Not waiting around for these. There's thousands of stocks to trade. Why sit in one and get your butt kicked? Which I am in a couple of them, but thank God I got the 10% positions. I'm getting killed, but not that much. Overall, my total portfolio, if you're down 50% in a trade, it's 5% down in my total portfolio. So if you're up 50% on the year, you're only, you're up 45% now. So it's not going to kill you. It's about money management and strategically placing yourself with the right size positions at the right time. All right, if GLD is at 100, it likely means the SPY is up. No, SPY, I think, if GLD comes to 100, everything's going to be tanking. The SPY, the whole 9 yards. I don't know if we'll get there, though. We'll see. The dollar up means gold goes down. Or usually. MCK. I don't even know what this one is. I wonder if we looked at this one before. Let's look at the monthly. See if this was a high flyer. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Another high flyer, guys. Back in, it's still right there. It was flying. Everyone was probably upgrading it. Boom, came down. Never could get back. Inside bar. Boom, again. This one's going, I'd say 80 bucks. I don't know if I'd short. I would wait for the retrace, maybe earnings to get back into this area or so. But at this point, you got a little inside bar here, but you had some 3 bars of selling. This one's setting up to go lower. And for me, I think it's 80 bucks. But again, I don't know what the earnings. I don't even know what this company is. Let's look at the daily really quick, see how this thing's setting up. Yeah, I mean, this thing came up. Where's the volume? A million today. So we're chopping, and boom, gap down. So they must have had earnings maybe here. Yeah, I mean, the way this thing looks, I mean, you got a gap right here. Let's look at Fibonacci, just see if it's holding anything. Yeah, we're trying to hold the 382, but at this point, I think we're at least going here to the 130. And then if that starts to set up, I think 114. And if that starts breaking down, you better step aside on this one. This one's really been coming in pretty good. I'm just trying to see. Let's look at the weekly, see if there's anything else that we can look at. Oh, gosh, look at that. High flyer. Jeez, look at that. 28 bucks. You're not selling up here. All the smart money's like, get me out of this thing. Yeah, you got this inside bar here. Retraces back up. This is the weekly chart, guys, right into the 20 MA, and that's where it dropped. This could possibly be earnings right here. I'm not quite sure, but right back down. Yeah, I'm thinking 114, but you're going to have some stops, coming down. If you're long in this one, just be really careful. If you're short, You could probably hold it for lower prices. But with the light volume markets, next thing you know, this thing clicks around and goes up 40 bucks out of the blue because Trump, I don't know, Trump did something or whatever. So just be careful. If you're short, you're in a good profit, great. But if you're long from down here on the retrace here, you know, start tightening those stops. Just be careful. Markets sell, guys. Everything's going down. So keep an eye on that one as well. What's up, Raj, Brian? How's Apple looking? Apple, you know what? Let's see here. Yeah, Apple's hanging around. I had a short scalp trade. I'm holding on to it from the other day. I'm out of the money just a little tiny bit. My average size is 121.77, so I'm out of the money a little bit. I like the fact that we did get up into this area. You got these pivots here. You have the 750 retrace coming up. I will probably be out of that position going into earnings unless this thing pulls back and gives me a buck or so. I'm not looking for much. But right now, you know, nothing wrong with 750 coming up with this pivot, so you got to be careful with that. Right now, again, it's another one I think running up into earnings. If they have good earnings, it'll probably push up, but then it'll probably end up starting to fade too because, you know, you had a heck of a move. You went from 89 to 121, and, you know, remember, this is the one that it couldn't even get out of its own way, and now it's, you know, Apple. I'm sure someone will upgrade it or something like that. But going into earnings, guys, it's a 50-50 shot. You know, if you want to take that stab, if it goes up, you're looking at 134 area, then you're probably thinking about, you know, taking something off if you get that pop. But if you take it, you know, for on the short side, then you do have some good, you know, support down here. Then, you know, actually around the 100 even number would be even better. But I honestly, I think they're going to have earnings and they may just chop around and do nothing. You know, I don't know what's really, I don't really follow news or anything what they're doing, but, you know, chart's telling me a little bit stretched moving up. So you just got to be, you know, aware of that. I mean, even look on the daily, we barely kissed the 200 MA and boom, straight up. We had a little pullback here, but then bam, and then boom, you know, right through this trend line. But we're up in this area right here, and I just want to see if we're going to get above this 122.11 and close. That's what I'm kind of looking for right now, and it's been holding on. That's how I'm kind of playing it with the scalp. But the scalp trade that turned into a day trade that turned into a couple-day hold. So it's not a huge position, so I can withstand it. But I did take some off the table today, so I do have some more ammo again, guys. So let's see here. I hear you. Why are the Qs so strong while the other ends just yeah, you know, I don't know. You know, I mean, you have a lot of the tech going up because it's a lot of tech. So, you know, that thing's just making a run for the roses. You know, Qs are going pretty good. There's nothing wrong. You know, you got light volume too. You got light volume markets. So it doesn't take much for someone to come in here and move this stuff, guys. You know, that's why I'm just kind of loading up as things are moving up. If I'm upside down on some, I'm just adding and just doing it so I could just kind of, you know, maintain my insanity or sanity, you know, because these markets, every year I say, when it comes around Christmas, I don't want to do a lot of stuff, just add some shorts, see where we're at with the cycle and blah, blah, blah. So, all right, so I got out of the ADB puts 2 days ago. Of course, it started heading down. Of course it does. You know, why wouldn't it? That's how it always works out. BMY, bought calls for June 55. Thank you, BMY. BMY. Yeah, BMY, we'll see. I mean, this thing, oh gosh. Did it end up? Did I do something with this? I don't think I did anything with this one. I think I might have posted some stuff or something. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, you're into this pivot right here. Around the 47 bucks. It's pretty good. Even this one where it caught down here at 46.21, it's not bad. It's holding on, but my gosh, you know, I mean, this was another one that went up. They probably upgraded and then bam, had a nice retrace right back down. Just be careful. This thing will stay buoyant here if the markets do. If the market starts selling, this one will head lower just as well as anything else. So just be careful with this one. It's not a bad trade, but if you're looking for long, you need to get back above the $49.50 area, and you need to do it very soon. If you don't, then I would expect lower prices for this thing. But it is a little oversold from this condition. But again, if it can't get above the 50 or this pivot, and if it's starting to have trouble, this thing could sit here, and you know, your call might go worthless, just like the puts. And, you know, this is what these guys are doing. You get into calls, you get into puts, they make something go up or down. You think it's going to be a great trade, and then they just sit it for 5 weeks, 6 weeks until your shit expires worthless. Excuse the language, but it's pretty brutal. I've been watching these puts, and gosh, they've been destroying them. BCR. BCR. Oh, wow, look at that. Pop goes the weasel again. Damn, must have had earnings today or something. Jeez. Guys, even these earnings plays, guys, are getting tough. There's another. It's like, oh, hold on. Wow, look at that one. Jeez. Even now, I'm starting to think, a lot of this stuff is overshooting, guys. Every time we think it's a good area, which this is a good area, if you want to start going short here, you can, or maybe write some calls. But man, just be aware. I guess it could go to 250. At this rate, BCR, I don't know what that is, but gosh, great area, double top. Great retrace and boom. But I'd like to see it have a little more time here. Let's look at it from the weekly, just to see. Yeah, it's not bad. Came up, retraced, came back in, probably going up on earnings. If you can wait patiently, maybe 250. If you have to get in, go small here and slowly, slowly do something. I might, I might initiate a trade on Twitter. You know what? I'm going to. But if you do go small, if you're doing a couple hundred shares, or just say if you're going to do 100 shares or a $24,000 position, go half. Go even 25 shares, because if this thing falls, you might get 20, 30 bucks out of it. So, we're not looking for huge gains here, guys. We're just looking for trades, put them on, take them off. I don't know if I'd buy puts, because this thing can just hold up here for a little bit. I would play something like a diagonal, I think it is, that would play a premium, where it sucks out like right in the call. But gosh, what's the volume on this thing? 1 million. What does it normally trade? Normally trades, 500,000 a day, so it's not terrible, but we had some big volume here and then a push up. You could play it, but if you do buy a put, you got to be in it a couple days and see if you get the pullback off the top. If it continues going, you're probably going to have to exit the put. If you do share size, then just a little bit here and then nibble as it goes up and continues. But this isn't bad. I'm going to write this one down. I'll take a look at it. BCR. It's not a bad area though. I like what you're seeing there with the double top and stuff like that. So I'll join this. I'll join it. Do we do IWM? I mean, if you're not short any of these, you can start to nibble. You'll have a lot better positions than I'm in. But gosh, you start getting to one, you got to think this thing could go to 140, 145, maybe. We still are long in the tooth. Let me show you something, guys. And I showed this in my yesterday's video, I believe. It's been a whirlwind here, guys. I can't believe we're almost into February already. like your parents always said, the older you get, the faster it goes. I showed this chart. So this is the .com. This is the housing crash. And honestly, as a business owner, we're up here. It's just insane. But you have this big trend line going back from 2008, right in the price. This thing has to get above 232 and start rocket shipping. It has to. I mean, we had this long move here from 180. It's just been grinding for months right into this key area, 230. You got the trend line now. And you could probably find some other reason, if you take this pivot and connect that and do some other stuff. But big areas here, guys, in my opinion, but we have 26 million on the SPY, guys. The only people who are participating are the small retail traders like me and you, and the guy calling his broker going, or the broker calling this guy going, you got to get in these markets. You're missing the rally. Didn't you see Dow 20,000? I get these calls all the time, guys. I fill out all these financial things, and I get all these brokers calling me because I want to actually consult for these hedge funds and brokers. So they call me. We strike up a conversation on the information that I sent them, that I filled out some, financial survey, and I'm an active trader. And then all these guys call me, and it's funny because if I called them, I wouldn't get anywhere with them, but they call me, so then I get the conversation going and saying, hey, how do I work for you guys as a technical consultant? And that's how I've gotten some jobs, guys. Believe it or not, it's been pretty crazy. We spike up a conversation, and then I give them a couple trades, a couple months back. Then they call me back. Hey, man, those trades worked out pretty good. Hey, can you take a look at this? Yeah, I can, but now you got to pay me. So that's how I work my angle with that stuff, guys. It's pretty funny. I sold one January 2018 Leaps on BMW for about $450. Really don't love BMY or biotechs right now, so I'm getting started on a company that should be around for years to come. All right, Jeff. Sounds good to me, man. Let's see. What do you think of Google next week and observance of Amazon and Facebook? Yeah, hard to say. These things are going up. I mean, Google, like I said, we took a short on it today. It was great. Oh my gosh, I couldn't ask for anything better. I'm still in a short swing, still upside down, but not a huge position. Gosh, I make 500,000 bucks in that Google. I'm out. I'm not sticking around, but I want to hang on to some of these a little bit more. We had a great bullish pattern here, came up. They upgraded this thing, I guess, today. I don't even know. I got to see more on this next week to see if we consolidate, but nothing really on Google here. I mean, if you wanted to short it, when on this pop here, I mean, it's still not bad up here. You could short here, just go small, and puts are just tough right now, guys. Just tough. Let's see here. Amazon, same thing. We're at the highs. Wait for earnings. Facebook too. Facebook goes up. I'll be scalping that one. I'm in a short swing on that. And I believe I covered, let me see here. That one, gosh, I've done a couple things on Facebook. But I'm still in a swing short, half position. If it goes up, I'm going to add more, and I'm going to hold on to it because you get moves like this, it's just ridiculous. And I'll scalp this thing. I'll make money intraday action too as well. So just like Nvidia too, I'll scalp that thing and try to make up for the loss on that. And actually, it's not that bad now because I've scalped Nvidia a couple times and made 600 here, 300 there, 500 there. So my swing trade isn't terrible, but it's still terrible. Don't get me wrong, but it's still, it's still manageable. Let's put it that way. I'm looking long Twitter for long term. Have reduced my cost basis like stock to like $7 by selling calls and puts. A lean bit Twitter. Sold 16 calls for next month. Yeah, Twitter, I don't know. It's all news driven right now with that thing. I mean, all they got to do is get a buyout, get this, get that. Next thing you know, it's a $20 stock again. It's just too news driven for me. But technically, you're back below the 20 MA. You're going to come into these, lower pivots. If it starts to crack through here, let's just say this area, down in there, then you're probably going to look for lower prices. It's just one thing. It's like trading Tesla. He comes out and tweets and it's up $40 and you're getting you're getting roasted on the short end. Honestly, I mean, right now we're a little bit bearish on here. Excuse me, guys. And we're below the MAs. It's setting up for possible lower prices. I don't know when earnings are. If earnings come out, it could be a completely different story. It might go straight up, but you still have a gap here. And you have these areas down here around $13. When everyone is here and they were going to buy out and this and that, I was like, man, I don't know, 24.70. It's a good area of resistance. And look at that, right back down. Didn't take the trade. I, almost did. I should have done even a couple hundred shares. Gosh, I would have paid. So, nothing big. If you have a big account, hey, God bless you. Go heavier. But right now, nothing for me to do with Twitter. You're kind of, from 24, it could go either way. But right now, it's looking a little more bearish to me. Weekly chart, same thing. Even a little bit worse. You got the inside bar going sideways. Can't get above the MAs. If it can't get above these MAs and start shooting for 20, then expect lower prices. So that's how I'm looking at Twitter. ALK. Yeah, ALK, I'm in a swing trade on this one. Yeah, I'm upside down on it as it moves up. You know what? I'll slowly add more to this one. If you are not short this one here, I think they might have had earnings. I'm not even sure. Again, I don't have a huge position, so I'm not that stressed out about it. But again, this is another one. I think it's a little bit stretched. It needs to be pulled, needs to come back in. We got above this. It is pretty strong here, guys. Don't get me wrong, but we had a hell of a move from 54 to almost 100. It's almost 100% move. If you're not short this, you can start adding. If you want to wait patiently for 101, 100 area, you can wait for that area. That's where I'd be shorting it. I would not be chasing this one up, though, in my opinion. If you have to chase it, if it gets to 100, 101, then I'd start to sell. But it's not worth it to me for a $5 gain to try to get it long. I'd rather take it short and let this thing pull back 10, 15, $20 when the markets come back. When markets may never pull back, but that's how I'm playing it. So yeah, if you're not short this, you could start adding. I am short. I'm underwater a little bit, but you know what? I'll take it for what it is, and keep adding if I have to. And again, I have small positions. I can keep adding. I'm just holding and waiting for that day where we get that nice pullback for a week or so, and then a lot of these will come in, and I'll make my money. That's how I'm doing it, guys. These markets are too stressful to try to guess and try to play this and try to play that and try to play spreads that are coming up, because it's all, next thing you know, we get a huge bid and we're up 300, and you're just like, what? What the heck happened here? Or Tesla marched for 3 weeks again. You got Netflix at highs again. It's insane. SPX IWM could be a blow off top. Yeah, but no volume though. That's the thing with this stuff. We got no volume in this stuff. I want to see a blow. I don't have the SPX on these charts, but on the SPY, we have 26 million on the day. I want to see 100 or 226 million on a day. And on intraday action, I want this thing to fly up and then just come freaking crashing down. And then it's got to have certain closes to tell you if it's a top or not. And there's certain things that I look for. So I don't think it is. I mean, I would love to say it is because I'm short the markets, but you know, until I get more volume, this thing starts coming in. We might not ever get that. We might just get a slow, you know, death crawl to the downside, or we might just grind higher and just stay in a range. If you look at the SPY daily chart, that's what we pretty much are in, a big range. You know, if you look at this, we're right up into there. We come down into here. We kind of chop around. Now we're back up. Gosh, I had a better chart on here. Hold on. Was this the one that, or it might have been the Dow. Let's see on the weekly. Oh, yeah, this is it. I was gonna say, I know I had something somewhere. I mean, look at the range we're in right now. You know, and if you want to take this one here, let's see if we can connect this one and put this one to that top there. You know, if you really want to find a range, you know, it comes right in, down, up, back into the range, and now it's kind of chopping, slightly bullish pattern. We talked about this into this area. Let's see if we can hold this, or does this come? If this thing fails, guys, we're going to come crashing down. If this can't break out, I really believe we're in that time frame now. Remember, March 1st, 8-year bull run. We're getting long in the tooth on this one as well. But pattern here, not bad. The moving average or the trend line pushed it up. But let's see. I want to see bigger volume. This volume sucks, guys, for weekly stuff. So, in my opinion, at least. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. VXX still weak. No fear yet. Yeah, the VXX not showing us really. Is it up at all today? Is the VIX up? VIX is at 19 cents down, so nothing crazy. But, man, it's just a complacent market. No participation. Yeah, the FANG, exactly. The FANG. Remember when they were talking about, oh, man, the FANG. And then maybe we should pull out Netflix and replace it with NVIDIA. Remember that one, guys? Does anybody remember that? When the Netflix was crashing down and, oh, we got to take Netflix out of there. That thing's a piece of crap. And now it's at the high and everyone's like, well, why were you people thinking you were going to pull Netflix out of there? You know, just stuff like that. They had earnings, put some shorts at 240. Yeah, there you go, Raj. Yeah, that's not a bad area up there on that one. So, you know, but it could go to 250 even number. So Tesla looking good for calls? Nah, not going into earnings. No way. Tesla for calls? Come on. Because he met with Trump and everything, and oh my gosh, it's going to be great. Oh, he's talking to Trump. This thing should really rock and roll now. No, turn that crap off. We just ran calls right here. When it popped up here, came back in, double bottom, that's where you would have bought calls. And even here, it pulls back, comes back in, never confirms back below the 200, straight up. You know, that's why I'm just leaving this one alone. And look where it went up to, right to that trend line. We had that trend line. That trend line's coming from the highs. Goes through price here, almost to the top, right to it, and look at that. Is that coincidence? I don't know. You know, I draw that line in pretty good. That line's been in there for a while. You know, boom, right into it. I drew this line along, and I've been posting this one too. Hey, there's a trend line. Look at that, right into it and pull back. You do have resistance up here as well, so you got to count that too. But boom, right there, and pulls back. You had to run from 180 to 251, and you want to get into this one? No, not yet. After earnings, if this goes up, you write puts. If it drops, then we'll have to look for areas to buy calls. But if this thing drops and the markets are going, I still think this is going to 140, 150 area. There, I'll be a buyer. I'll give it a shot down in here. But no, don't chase it. Just look at this. Just think it on here. 141, you would have been buying right here. Look, boom, boom, straight down here. No, let earnings happen and go from there. Please, Brian, please don't do that. Lost 13K recently on SV. Yeah, they're brutal. No more, exactly. Tony, don't. Oh my gosh, I've been there, brother. That hurts. You know, what is that one? One of those, like the VIX, where it just sat, and the thing just dribbled on you and just kicked you in the head. Been in the VXX before, and it's just like, wow, the markets haven't done nothing, and I'm down $1,000. Like, no more. You know, I was told don't trade the VXX, and I was like, whatever. The markets are going to go. Then it sits for 3 months, and I'm down $1,000 or $2,000, and it's like, what? No more VIX either. VXX. I hate that trading vehicle. Now, if you want to play the fade, you know, of the markets doing nothing, and the VIX just gets depleted, you can short the VIX, you know, but I just stay away from it. The VXX it is. How do you think IWM is looking? I'm thinking lower with AMD earnings. Huge February put open. All right, on AMD, yeah, I don't know. AMD. Yeah, we were telling everybody right around here, $12. Look out, you know, look for a pullback, and boom, came back. holding strong because, people can't help themselves now. It's AMD. I got to get in this one. Nobody was buying down here at 180, 170, $1.70, $1.80. They're all buying here at $12. It's got to go up. The allure of this one is that, AMD, this used to be a $42 stock. It's got to go up. Look, guys, monthly chart. We're right into the 200 moving average. Until it closes above that and maybe bullish consolidation, not going anywhere. On earnings, maybe. But the IWM, if you're not short the IWM, I would short it. I wouldn't go long up here. You're insane. Huge monthly trend line up there, and it pretty much made it up there. I want to see it close above 140 and keep it going. If it does, then higher prices. I still won't be a buyer up here. Been a buyer down here at 95. Why would you buy at 136? It's called chasing. So if that's what you're asking, but if you're not short the IWM, the SPY, short those things. Damn it already. Stay away from all the individual stocks with earnings. Short the indexes right now. You start getting bad earnings on Amazon, Facebook, and some of the other big players, the markets are going to pull back. And Win today. Win's up $7.91, guy. Win gets up to 110 or so. It's a dead-on short, but I'm going to keep an eye on that. That's when it's going to be in my watch list too. So agreed on BMY just for the short pop. Yeah, I mean, it right in the double top. If it starts rolling, you're going to 150 most likely. Not meant, no meant. Fang, the energy come. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm a the Fang. Yeah, all right, I'm all caught up. If anybody has anything else, or Fire Eye basing pattern. All right, hold on here. I missed a couple of them. All right, hold on here. Fire Eye, FI. Yeah, I mean, if you're a bottom feeder, you can go for it. I know a lot of people like to play these. There's not you play it like an option. If you can stand to lose $1,000, put 1,000 in it. If it pops up to 21, then sell it. Try to get but if it cracks the all-time low, 1087, it's going down. It's basing to go down. But a lot of times you'll get this stuff. This is the monthly chart. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly's a little more choppy. But yeah, I mean, to long, you got to get above the MAs here, and then maybe back to 1840, and then maybe back to the 2272 area. But if this thing cracks the all-time low, the 1087 area, excuse me, guys, look out below. And I couldn't even tell you where this one goes. Probably then you're probably looking at 9, 8, 7. Who knows? Gosh, oh my gosh. Then you get the pop. Off the 12, 10 by the $10, and then it comes in, gets everyone on board, drops it in their face. I'd just stay away from that one, to be honest with you. DE, we have a short trade out there still, and it's holding out for dear life. It is going up on us. We're in right around the 103 area, so it's not nothing great. Again, it's dear. Hurry up, everybody, get in it. Let's see where we closed on the weekly today, but. Again, look where the volume is. I think they had earnings here, whatever, and then it chops around, volume disappears, and it's just grinding up. It's dear. So, if you want to short this thing, short it. Gets to 110, add more. If that's what you're asking. Raj, it's just like, man, these things are, it doesn't have a bad bullish pattern on the weekly, but gosh, you get these runs. Oh, I guess the earnings right there, and then it just keeps running. It's just like, oh my gosh. It was a $78, $67, it ran up, 25, 30, almost 40 points since September or so. It's coming in. When these markets go, all they're going to all fall like a brick. It's going to be great. So if you want to get into this one, short it. All right, Fang. Not the Fang, but Fang. Man, I'd like to see it more. There are a few things like this. Never got it. Yeah, MLM. Yeah, like MLM. Same thing. That one just won't give it up. That's why I'm taking small positions, and nothing makes sense, guys. Well, it actually does. Someone's buying calls here, goes up, they're dumping here, then they update, then they upgrade it, then it goes down, then you got a blast off here, then it pulls back, another blast off, chop, chop, chop. Then everyone buys calls right here, they chop, 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 chop. Everything goes worthless. They pop it up, right after options X, they pop it up again. Then everyone chases it again. Oh man, I better buy calls. This thing's going up. They up. Just a bunch of crap. Small positions, and just spread them out right now, guys. That's it. But the Fang, well, the Fang, it was daily. Gosh, yeah, nothing. It looks like it's having a retrace here. Yeah, I see. Yeah, you're looking at that. Gosh, yeah, the 110 would have been probably the better area. Did pull back a little bit. I mean, if you wanted to take a stab at this thing going short, you possibly could. It is a little extended. Ooh, gosh, late night last night, guys running around trying to get my daughter some freaking erasable pens I couldn't find in like 19 stores I went to. It's unbelievable. Erasable pens. She had to have them for some test today. Kids today. So, but the Fang, yeah, a little bit stretched, nothing wrong. Still, if you wanted to go short, if you're long in it, probably take off some profits. If you want to go short, if you start getting above this area and start, going for 120, you just got to get out. Take a small position so you can withstand some pain. But not bad. Let's go back to the daily again. Man, it's just so hard. I don't know when earnings are. Then these markets are complacent. Like the MLM, you got stocks just roasting and toasting, and then 4 days in a row go straight up. But looking at this pattern here, you had a nice, you came back in, retraced down here, never closed below the MAs or confirmed, got back above them. You have a little bit of a tail here. You're back into this big red bar here. Let's see if we close above it in the 618 as well. Good resistance, could come up to here. Not a terrible short, but if you can wait patiently and see if you could get it up here, maybe on earnings or something, then you could do something like that. So just be aware, that we had a retrace. If you're long, if you're long from down in here 96, I'm going to take some profits. If you're looking to short it, this isn't bad. If you could get a little bit more, maybe. And like I said, if you're going to take a couple hundred shares, do maybe 100 here, 100 here, and 100 at double top. If it keeps rolling, then you got to get out. Buying puts, I don't recommend that right now, guys. Just don't recommend it. Just tough, complete non-participation markets. Then you get Trump opens his mouth up and boom. But MLM, let's go back to that one, Raj. Yeah, same thing. I mean, look at this. So if you bought puts up here, they just destroyed you. Unless you got them here and then you got rid of them down. Even here, they kind of destroyed you here, and then this would have been the area. But if you started doing it here, I mean, even on this trend line, it just keeps holding. This trend line breaks. Even here, it was a great bearish pattern, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, straight up again. It's like, wow. Like Tesoro too. Same crap. It's like, what? This is another one. This is more long term. It will be coming in eventually. All right, if I could get the right stock in there. This is another one on the monthly chart. Weekly chart's a little stretched, but the monthly chart's it's really rolling. Oh my gosh, this thing's crazy. I mean, you even past the 150 area. Mamma mia. This one's going to come down like a sack of bricks. I'm telling you, this one, Nvidia, all these high flyers, guys, they will come down. So, all right, if you have anything else you want me to look at, post it in there, and let's just start looking at some trades, guys. Let's see if we can find anything that I could see. So what we do here intraday, guys, and this is what I'm looking to do, more live sessions in the morning, where if you guys see double tops or anything, you just let me know, and we'll start looking for trades and seeing if we can do anything. So what I normally do, wow, look, my Apple's coming in. I'm actually at break even. Oh, I'm 2 cents. I'm almost there. Almost at break even, guys. It took a small trade on this one yesterday. I'm almost there. So I look at it that way. Adobe, this is how I do it. So I look at that, and I'm just looking for reasons to take trades, guys. So I'm looking at the 10 minutes over here, and the 60-minute and the daily over here. I got the monthly on here now. So this is how I'm trading during the day. This would have been a good one here. So this is what I'm looking for. So I open this up. I see this. Look at this gap fill right there. Gap fill, even number. Look at that. High of the day. I would have liked to seen this still a little bit higher. Let's see if there's any other reason. Not really. Just gap fill and even number. Look at that. That's worth a shot. You start adding right in here. Maybe 102.10. If it gets to the 20 MA, you add a little bit more up in this area. If you get up into this area at 102.25, you definitely put the rest in and make it go down. But that's a great trade there. Gap fill, even number, nice push up into that area, and boom, right back down. So that's what I'm looking for all day, guys. Hey, Bookie, which screening site do you use, if any? No, I don't use anything. I use charts, man. I use charts, and hopefully I could do more of this live stuff. And where I could get more of you guys looking at stuff. Because, if you guys pull up, so, hey, Bookie, there's, gap fill, there's even number. What's this? Oh, and boom, we get in this one. Look at that. Look at that nice pullback. So that's what I'm pretty much doing all day. I'll just sift through charts. Because really, I'm looking for patterns, guys. I'm looking for moves up into certain resistance or move down into certain support. There's really no, I mean, there might be some screeners out there, but the best screener for me is me just pulling up the chart and saying, wow, look at this. Look at AIG too. That thing's starting to look like a turd. ALGM, this is one that popped up. We did it, shorted again. We're riding this one down again. ALK, we looked at earlier. This one's looking a little bit weak, but strong. It's coming off of a bullish base. I wouldn't rule out a little bit higher prices, but you know, if this thing starts reversing coming in, it's going to come down even quicker, guys. That's the best part of shorting these markets. It goes up, 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 and then 3 days we could be right back down here, down in the 750, you know, maybe even lower. This is Amazon though, but this is what I'm looking at. So did Amazon, look at Amazon, open up right at gap fill, 50 MA, boom, straight down. You know, that's a tough trade though. I'd rather see it go up, but let's see. It goes down and gets a nice bounce. Anything around that area. Little bit of consolidation right here, nothing crazy. But let's go to the 60-minute. You did have the 20 MA. You did have lower support down here, and nothing. You know, let's put a different Fibonacci in there. There's got to be something there. Was it an even number or something? Yeah, 830. Damn, look at that. 830. So as this thing was coming down, Amazon, you had support at double bottom, support at the 20 MA, which was 833 roughly. Goes down all the way to the even number of 830. Damn, low of the day was 829.44. So even if you would have scalped that at 829.90, 829.95, you would have got a great bounce and took it out. And that's the stuff we're looking for, guys. We're looking for quick trades like this, in and out. Sometimes you can hold these. I mean, long I probably wouldn't hold, but if this went up like Google and it came in, like Google I wanted to hold, but I do have a swing trade in that. I wanted to make up some money scalping, and that's what we did on Google today. Yeah, Google was a good one, guys. I did like that one totally. That one was awesome. Let's see here. I'm just looking at some emails here, guys. I got a couple here. Yeah, Raj, if you're in the room, I am still in my swing short Google. I did scalp it today just to make some money. You know, that's it. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Rags, with the video too. I got you on the live chat. So, all right, back to the live stream, guys. Sorry about this. I got all this stuff coming in from some different people. Yeah, MLM, Baba. Let's look at Baba real quick. Yeah, but that's how I do during the day, guys. You know, just to show you some more. Look at AutoZone. We were short AutoZone, guys. This was epic. When this thing went right back up, we were starting to short at 803, 808, and look at this fall. Oh my gosh, even 100 shares in this one. I mean, that's an $80,000 position. Let's go even short. Let's even go 50,000 or 50 shares at $40,000. You know, which isn't a huge position. It's pretty decent size, but even 50 shares, boom, done. But this is one we've been looking for. It popped up, came back in, and it was like, we covered half here though. Popped back up, started adding again, and then boom, right back in their face. Gosh, that was epic. And I think it was a Trump deal too. Boeing, scalped that one for some change yesterday. And let's look at Baba. Baba again, I think they had earnings. So, but you know, after a run like this, guys, you got earnings. I'm going to open this one up a little bit. You get earnings and you run from 86 to 104. You got a great area with the breakdown here. I don't know if we're going higher. I mean, if the markets go higher, you know, we're at the all-time highs, guys. So how much higher can we really go? You know, are we going to catch a bid and go another 20% up? I guess maybe. But, you know, if you're long Baba, you know, you're long from down here, you know, just think, start, you know, taking something off. You don't want to be stuck here, especially the guys who bought back in here at 60. I've been in Baba since 60, and it's like you weren't selling up here at 109, 110. Are you nuts? And then it pulled back. You could have bought at 86 again, and you could have been selling up here again. You know, and that's what this is doing. We come right back to gap fill here, never closes below the 200 moving average daily and confirms, and right back up. Right back up into earnings. How convenient, you know? Did scalp Tesoro today? What a trade. Did it pull back? Yeah, there you go. Right off the double top. Great trade, Raj. You got it. I was looking at that too, and it was like, you know, but I'm hanging on to Apple. Oh, Apple. Oh, I'm 6 cents up in Apple now. Oh, I'm making money. But I had the Goldman Sachs I covered from yesterday. I did the gosh, what else did I do today? I don't even know. What else did I do today? Oh, the Goldman I took off. I covered the IBM trade because it was just like I was still in the money. I should have sold everything. I kept a quarter position, but at this point, I'm just trying to get my capital back so I can do some more scalping. I think we're going to get some more action next week with some more earnings. So I want to make sure I have my gun loaded and ready to roll next week. So. All right, so Baba, yeah, Baba, just be careful if you're long in this thing. You know, this could be the end of the road if we get back into the 110, 107 area. You got the trend line, you got a bunch of resistance here. Trump's going to be the wild card with this. If he starts stirring crap up with China, this one can go lower. So if you are in the money on this one as a long, tighten it up. If you are short with this one here, just hold on to it because eventually it will be back down to a $75 stock again, in my opinion, when everything starts to rumble. And it's going to rumble, guys. And when it does, you better step the hell back. Let's see here, Baba. Hey, Bookie, which screening site? Yeah, I don't use any of that stuff. I'm a chart guy, and I just stroll through these here. Let's go through. So anything else? Tesoro, you scout? Yeah, let's look at Tesoro real quick. This is another one that makes no flipping sense. Just keeps going and going. I mean, you have such choppy. I mean, shoots up, comes in, pretty good bearish pattern, and pops up above the highs, comes back in. Looks like it's about to start to break down again, and boom, right back up. But look at that double top that you couldn't ask for. And if you really wanted to wait, you could wait for the 160, 160 Pierce. I mean, that would have been great. Never made it there, but yeah, that's a great trade. That's a great. Let's take a shot at it. Why not? Why can't you take that trade? And that's what I do. And if you're gonna do it, 200 shares, 300 shares, or or buy a put real quick. And if it doesn't work out, you get out. Don't sit around on these things, because next thing you know, this thing's going to sit and sit and sit and sit and sit, and then you're getting roasted, guys. Problem with these things, you get into these, and sometimes, all right, I'm going to hold on to it. It's a good double top, and next thing you know, it just keeps going. It's brutal. So just be careful with these things. Take them one at a time. Even we took Caterpillar today. That was one today. That wasn't bad. We held on to it. If you look at Cat, we added more to our swing trade, and we took it for an intraday trade. But as it was popping up intraday, let me open up the big one. We're getting to this double top here. So it's like, gosh, I got to give this thing a shot. Why not? And then boom, came in, it pierced it. It was like, oh, great, here we go again. But then it came back in, boom, came back in, and then we took it off the table. But we took half off, sold the last half at 98.50. It wasn't a bad trade. We didn't make a ton of money, but hey, I'll take a couple hundred here, a couple hundred there. Why not? At the end of the week, it's a couple grand. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Just patient. That's why a lot of times I don't do anything with this crap. But Caterpillar, we took Win. That was a good trade, just an in and out for a scalp. I didn't post that one because I had a ton of other crap going on. It's hard to post everything. Goldman Sachs, we covered that one from yesterday. And just what else? What else was in there? We're still in Skyworks, a small position. Hopefully that one will start coming in again. We're a little bit upside down on that one. Again, small position, not going to worry. If it goes up a little higher, then I'll start to worry a little bit. But I'm not, with all the gains that I had today on Goldman and this one, that one, I'm not too worried about it, guys. It's not that big of a deal. Now that's the part with the trading. You got to take the right size positions. What about CMG? Looking good, getting ready for another pop. Yeah, CMG, maybe. CMG. Yeah, it is consolidating, but earnings coming up again. Well, that's a 10-minute. Hold on. I can't get involved in this one. We were telling everyone to short here, pulled back real nice. Everyone was making fun of me. Oh, you're shorting this. And it actually pulled back pretty nice, pulled back 20 bucks. Came right back up. We have a little bit of a tail and right back down. Just can't get above this level now. So let's see if we can keep going. This is a slight topping tail, and we do have a little bit, not the best volume, guys, but a little bit more than the other sides. The other side, before it and after it. So you got to be aware of that, but probably going into earnings. I don't know when earnings is, but this thing pops up, we'll be shorting it. That's what I'm doing. If it drops, and then we'll wait for the markets can possibly catch a bid, and then we'll get involved with this. I'll put some more long trades out there, guys. Just be aware. I put some long trades, and we wake up and we're gapping down, and it just freaking goes and tears your head off. Don't come crying to me about going long. Everyone's like, why do you always go short? I could put long positions out there. I just don't want to put too many of them right now, because I don't want to be stuck. I've been in there. Well, look at that when we had that 1,000-point down day. We had 100 down, 200 down, 400 down, then 1,000 down. I mean, you don't want to wake up to that, because then you just sit there like a deer in headlights going, oh, do I add more? What do I do? I'm long this. Oh my gosh, and I'm all in. What do I do? All right, I'll just sit. And then next thing you know, it's down here at 352, and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? you know, so, and then you're all in, which makes it even worse. So that's, you know, then you just start sweating and, you know, start getting a dry mouth. And then I've been in those trades where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm down how much? Feeling sucks, guys. You know, been in them though. If you buy puts, you have to sell as soon as good profit. I've learned the hard way. Yeah, I mean, you get. That's why, you know, that's why I haven't been doing them. I was doing them a little bit here and there. And as soon as I make 100, you know, $500, I wouldn't put on a big position. I would put on, you know, maybe $1,000 position, $1,500 position, and if I made $500, $600, I'm out. Because as I tend to, you know, as I tend to hold, you know, and I could probably get 1,000. The next day I'm only up 200 and 100, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm cutting the position. I'm not sticking in with this. There's no way. So I've learned with those. Well, I've learned not to do them. But if I really wanted to put on some risk, you know, I'll do it. I'll do it small, make the 500, 1,000, get the hell out. And that's, you know, yeah, 20% even better. You know, but they're tough. You know, especially if stocks, you know, don't move around. And like the other gentleman said, yeah, as soon as I sold that one, it went down the right way. Of course it does, because right now a lot of the market makers are just trading to each other. There's really no action other than small retail traders trying to make money, and you're not going to in these markets. They're just going to whip you around up and down and make it worthless. Or, you know, as soon as you get in the position, they're going to put you underwater with it and just clean your clock, especially if you go in with a larger position. It's just tough markets, guys. So just take it one step at a time. Anything else you guys want me to look at here? I could just, you know, if anybody sees double tops or anything, you know, Humana's setting up okay. I just don't like the fact that we had this, you know, little drip down in here and then it popped up, but it is consolidating under the 200, you know, the moving averages. It's not bad, you know, it's just chopping. This is another one, you know, we go straight up and straight down, then it chop, 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 chop. Does it chop back up to this area here? I don't know, you know, but intraday action, let's make these a little bit smaller now. You know, intraday action, like I said, we're looking at this stuff here, 10-minute over here, 60-minute over here, and then the daily over there. Let's go to Google. I mean, even Google today, you know, we took it right around 866 and boom, straight back down, you know, and then we just started chipping until it was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm not taking anything else off. And really, as this thing was falling, we were falling into the, you know, if you look at the daily, we're falling into the 200 moving average down in here. And it's like, you know what, it has a great possibility for it to bounce. And actually, I should have spun it and went long. But, you know, it was earnings. Wasn't really sure. I was looking at the 60-minute chart, and you had the 50 MA down at like 839. So I was like, you know, do I want to go long in this one? It is an earnings play, and if the markets start to come in, this 20 M or this 200 MA is not going to hold worth anything. It's just going to pop right through it and go down to here. But as it was tanking, you know what? We took our money and ran. I was like, thank you very much. See you later. Like when we did with Alta that day, when Alta just frickin' started fading, it was like, yeah, go baby, go. You know, I do scream at the monitors too, guys. Yeah, go, you know. But don't get too crazy. It's like, wait a minute, I'm still in a position. Get me the hell out, you know. Cheering and not selling for a profit are two different things, guys. So you got to watch for that as well. You know, you start getting that, you know, start getting crazy like the markets. Oh my gosh, I'm holding up. These markets are going to go up forever. There's no way I'm selling. It's like, oh my gosh, well, that's what they want you to do. Now they got the Dow 20,000. Now they got everybody hyped up with that. So it's like, oh, let's go. Let's keep this thing going. Let's talk about it all weekend. You know, and that's what they're doing. They're going to talk about the Dow 20,000 all weekend. Hold on, guys. Anything else? Punching some symbols. We'll look at some other stuff. Anybody see any high flyers at some stocks that I don't really look at? They're hitting double tops. They're just keep going and going and going, kind of like dry ships going down and down and down. People are still trying to play that one. It just drives me nuts. You know? All right, let's see. I'm going to put another post out here. Maybe we'll get some more people. You know, more eyes on the market, the more money we can make, guys. That's the way I'm looking at it. So let me put another, let's see. Let's go IBB. Let's do the USO. Yeah, so everything right now, again, 29 million on the SPY. Jeez, how sad, guys. These are the days I just want to just do nothing. You are. Microsoft, yeah, we're short Microsoft. We did cover. We went back into Microsoft now. Little bit upside down on it. Again, not a huge position, but yeah, Microsoft. And the reason why we went short Microsoft, I showed this one in my other videos. You know, we're back into the 2000 highs. Look at this. I'm still surprised it's gone, man. Because if you were here and was stuck in this thing for 16 years, I would think you'd be a seller and it would come down. But they're really getting this thing hyped up. You know, if you want to, I am short. I am upside down a little bit. If you want to short Microsoft, definitely you could short it up here. This thing's short it. Put it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months up. Yeah, if you want to short it, you're going to even have a better entry than me. So that's my opinion. If you're long in this thing, start tightening the stops. But that's where we're at. You know, we're look at that. 16 years, guys. People have been holding on to this thing. Now they're hoping, you know, here it goes, Microsoft. And did they have good earnings? I'm not even sure. But when you get a run from even, you know, 2015 or so, when it's a $42 stock, now it's 65. Even back here at 48 to 65, that's a heck of a run. It's starting to get a little bit stretched. I'm thinking it's going to pull back. You might not get a big pullback, but even if it comes down to 58, 57 or so, I'll be out. I'll be done. I'll take my $600-700 or whatever it is, and I'll be back. Thank you very much. See you later. URI. I think we have looked at this one. I know we have. Yeah, we talked about this double top. You could take a stab. You could take a stab at this thing. I don't know what it is. What is this thing? Yeah, it's a high flyer, definitely. If you're not short this one, short it. I don't think I have. Hold on. I don't know if I put a position out on this. I'm not in any position, so let me look if there is a position out. I don't know if I put this. I might have put out like on a watch list, maybe. Me and Rags were talking about that. URI. So I have a big list of stuff I'm into because I'm not, like I said, I'm not in all the trades, guys. So I'm trying to keep track of all these things. I have a spreadsheet now, and this is something, if you join StockBookie.com, you're going to get this spreadsheet of all the trades we're in. You know, I'm going to show this to you guys anyways here. I don't have everything in there. I'm slowly adding it, but this is a spreadsheet here. And, you know, it's all, everything that we took short, that we added, that we did this, you know, and I'm slowly putting them in here. These are all the trades on Twitter, and I'm going through them. They go back. Most of them go back, you know, you got 12, let's see, when I open the positions, 12, 8, 12, 12, 10, you know, you got a lot of these, 11, 11. So this is what I do. So if I'm not in one of these trades, and I say I just covered X, that was one we covered on 113, okay? That was one that I was in. So I'm going to take that money and then look down the list and say, okay, I'm in, I don't know, IWM from average price of 131. You know what? I'm going to take that money that I had in here. I'm going to add some more to the IWM here and get my cost average up a little bit higher on there. It's at 136, so I'm a little bit out of the money on that one, so I'm not getting my ass kicked on that. The IYT, I'd like to add more to this one, but as these things are coming in, that's what I'm doing. Humana I was in, you know, that was a good one, you know, but as you see, you know, I have like 75 trades out there. I have 55 on here. I don't have the NVIDIA. I don't have some of those. The JPM, do I have on here? No, no, I don't have. But as I'm putting them in, you know, like IT, we covered IT right here. That was a great trade. Actually, shoot. And then we did it again. We did cover. I don't know why. We did cover that trade. I don't have it in. I'm only one guy. But we did cover this one. That should be a winning column. But, you know, if you count the winners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 winners here with IT, 16. So out of 50 trades, I have 16 winners so far. And they're mostly, you know, on the 11, 12, 10, a couple months out. You got some here that I'm holding on for dear life. The IYT at 150. I'm still a little bit out of money on that one, but I don't have a huge, it's getting larger of a position, but 150, I'm 20 bucks out of the money. It's not terrible, but when this thing comes in, I will get paid. But that's what I'm doing, guys. The March calls, I'm getting a little bit beat up on those again. Incredible, but I'm in all the way to March. I'll have to go through earnings. If earnings comes in, I'll add a little bit more. I only have 5 contracts on that one, so it's not a huge position, and I will add more if I need to do it. I got to make up for my NVIDIA trade, and that was one of the ways I was doing it. I was a couple bucks in this trade. I should have just took the profit, but I'm in it for the long haul, guys. So as I add them here, and this is something I'm trying to figure out how to link it. I don't want everybody to have access to this thing that's not a member. You know, even though everything's free, but that's what I'm trying to do here, guys. Just give you access to that so you could pull that up and then be like, okay, is he in this trade? Is he not in this trade? But if if I'm posting stuff on here, guys, I'm not posting crap trades. I'm going to try to give you the best setups like this one, the URI. Gosh, if you're not, you know what? I'm not taking this trade because I'm pretty much spread out, but I'm going to put a trade on Twitter right now on that one. I love this one. And we were talking about 120. Let's see if we could push up a little higher, and it definitely is. But this is one we had on our watch list, and I don't think I have it. I don't see it anywhere. So be it. If it's on there twice, then sorry, guys. I'm not in it personally, but I'm going to post a trade right now because if someone wants a trade, I think this is a good trade, a good short. That's it. So I'm going to put it on there. Swing, trade, short, URI at price is at 127.63. So 127.63, and that's it. I'm going to put don't load the boat. I don't know if earnings are coming up. If it might have had earnings, and I'll put watch for earnings. I'm not sure when it is, but I like that one there. So thanks for that one, buddy. That's what I'm looking for. If you guys helping me with this, hey, I'll post trades all day long. I don't care. But right now that's a gosh, look at that. Look at that chart. Goes from 40 to 127. You have to short it. I mean, I guess it could go a little higher, but all we need are the markets to pull back, for like a week or two, and all these stocks are going to come crashing down. And it's going to be a little bit brutal. Let's look at that was one that I shorted off a high flyer. Where'd this one been going? This one actually caught a little bit of a bid. This was a high flyer at one point. Look at that. Right there, and look at that, right back down. Gosh, and we're actually getting a bid. So if this thing starts coming back again, we'll get shorted again. Unbelievable. Look at that. We're shorting up here, boom, right back down. There's even I think IT was one too. I mean, that had earnings. And look at that. It has earnings, goes straight down. We cover the position, and it goes straight back up. We put on shorts again, comes in, and we should have covered half there, and it pops back up. But now, it's like, I'm going to hold on to this thing. No way. I'm looking at the monthly chart on this one. Monthly chart. Look at what it did though. Came right back to the 20 MA and then bounced. I'm thinking it's going to come right back down again, and we'll get another $7-8 out of this one again twice. Just like U.S. Steel, just like all these things, guys. It's great. When this thing, they just keep giving back. Some of them are just tough trades. That's it, and that's why you just got to go slow, like Nvidia. Here we go, Nvidia running up in the earnings. I'm sure someone's going to upgrade it again, and oh my gosh, it's the stock of the year. Well, that was last year. This is 2017. So let's try to make it the stock of the year again. This is the Eiffel Tower, guys. When this thing comes back in, it's going to. And then everyone, it's Nvidia. They're the best thing ever happened to the stock market. Oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden it'll be down here. And then everyone will be like, I don't know why everyone talked about Nvidia. That thing was a piece of crap. Look at Netflix. This is a great example. Remember when everyone was when it was down here and it was falling and Netflix is losing subscribers and everybody hates it, and let's take the Netflix and replace it with Nvidia because Netflix just isn't there anymore. And now it's up here and everyone's like, oh my gosh, Netflix is the best thing ever. They're getting subscriptions and this and that, and oh my gosh, and nothing about Amazon Prime anymore and Apple doing their streaming stuff now, but it's Netflix. It's like, huh? No, you know what? Who's selling up here? The big money, the smart money. The big institutions on everyone else's hype. Oh my gosh, it's Netflix. I better hurry up. And I've seen this pattern with Netflix. It pops up, comes back in, inside bar, bearish pattern. This one is going down. Might make it up to here to these trend lines, but if this pattern starts to play out and if it doesn't get past this double top here, lights out, guys. Seen this before on Netflix. Let's see if I could find. Yeah, it'd probably get too small here. There's other patterns where it comes back in, pops back up, and then unloads. Goes back in, chops around, unloads. Here we are again, guys, at the top, inside bar. Be careful with Netflix. If you're not short Netflix, short this thing. All right. I need a 0.5 in the DIA to break even. My short hit on Wednesday squeeze. Yeah, that's all right, Tony. You know what? Just hold tight, man. Hold tight. I mean, markets are going up on the euphoria right now on the Dow 20,000. Hurry, everybody, hurry up. Get in here. Get in here while there's distribution taking place. VRX is also a stinker. Yeah, don't even touch that one. VRX, dry ships. It's the hype. But this one, I really think they're taking Ackman to the cleaner on all his positions. You know, CMG, he was lucky enough to get over 412 again. But if he bought right around the 400 area, he's holding on strong. But man, they're just taking them out one at a time. The Herbalife position's coming in pretty good for him, so he's, you know, hats off to that one. But my gosh, he's just getting his butt kicked. Let me tell you. But let me look at some of these positions. Yeah, it's hard because when I'm not in the positions, I got to really pay attention because, you know, if one comes crashing down and I'm not telling you guys to cover it, it's like, hey man, I'm in this one. Are you in it? It's like, no. But like the URI, I will not be in that position, but I'm putting it out there because it's a good trade. You know, why wouldn't you? You know, so that's what we're looking at as well. Nvidia though, jeez, this keeps going. Man, right down here it was like okay, but like all of them, Google, Amazon, Facebook, you know, all going up in their earnings. Ay. Drives me batshit, guys. Thor, this is another one. They sell Winnebagos, you know. Is it $105 stock? Are you kidding me? You know, so we did this one. We added again. We're short this one again. Let's see if we can. God, they're hanging on to this area here. I guess. Yeah, I still like this one. They're still hanging on. Let's see if we can do that. But gosh, you know, we go from 74 to 100 and almost 10. Boom, it goes back again. And let's see if we can rinse and repeat this one. UTX. Now, if anybody has a chart you want me to look at, throw it up there. Don't be shy. UTX, you know, just holding on for dear life down in here. I mean, we're down 71 cents. Nice fade. They popped it up. See what happens when they pop. All right, they pop this thing up right into the 20 MA, and then it pulls right back down. Let's look at this one on a 10-minute chart. Let's just see. Okay, was there anything that this thing was pulling back on? You could make a case for the high pivot here because when it retraced back up, and that's where it broke down yesterday, came right back into the same area where it broke down. Not a bad area to short. Let's try to find another reason. You know, this is another one. Hey, John, look at this trade. All right, let's pull it up. All right, so we got into the 618 here at 110.74, and actually was at 110.9, 110.90 was the high, so it didn't make it to the even number. But, you know, not a bad area. I would have probably waited for the 111, so I probably wouldn't have got in it. But it's fading pretty nice here. Let's look at the 60-minute real quick. Well, anything there? No, I mean, you could draw a trend line there. But honestly, at the end of the day, this thing doesn't hold the 109.53 to double bottoms, then we're probably going right back down to 108.76. And if that's the case, then we'll have to go to the bigger time frame here and possibly see if it cracks. See how we're right on top of the 50 MA here at 109.63, or a little bit lower. Actually, that's right around 109.57. So if that cracks and we're going to here, we have a gap fill down in the 108. And then ultimately, I think we get right back down to the 104. And if the markets really start running, you know, rolling over, yeah, you got a gap fill there too, right there. 104, 105 on this one. Keep that one on record, you know, because if we do hit that area on an intraday basis, that might be a good bounce area to maybe catch a buck or so. So, but if you're long on this one, it's got to claw its way back up to 20 and start moving up. Because, you know, you almost went to double top here. Apparently, there is something on this guy. Hold on here. Right there. Let's go back. Let's just take a look at what this is. Okay, well, there you go. There's a big trend line there. It's an upsloping trend line. Don't respect them that much, but get back in, comes back in, never can get above, comes back, goes right back to that trend line and right back down. So if you're long, you got to get back above this trend line and keep going for this one here, or above the 20 MA. If you're short, then just hold on and let's see if you can make this run at least of 109. Then if it really starts to go, you're going to have some stair step in here, but there's a gap fill here right at 105, so watch for that one. We missed you so much. Yeah, thanks, Raj. I've been good, buddy. I've been good, man. You know, I know it's been brutal. I mean, I have a lot of work at the shop, so it's been really, really good. But it's cramping my trading style, man. You know, I'd rather be doing this stuff. That's why, you know, when I was making videos a month ago, it's like, maybe I'll charge you guys, you know, $5 a month, $10 a month, so I can hire someone and run my print company so I can do this full time. But, you know, that's down the road, guys. There's a lot of stuff I have going on right now. So we'll we'll talk there. But hey, thanks, Raj. Gary, V-Day. Yeah. Oh, V-Day. Oh my gosh. Every year, guys, V-Day. I do a ton of banners for grocery stores. Oh, and not only am I getting paid in the markets, I'm getting paid doing that crap too. So it's hard to give up the one and do the other one, but we'll see. I got a couple things in the motion with brokering more stuff and talking to some other vendors, and we'll see how this goes. But yeah, I'd rather be doing this all day, guys, and trying to find trades and making money doing this. So, all right, let's see. ARIA. IA. Gosh, look at, yeah, they pegged it. Look, it's just pegged. It's doing nothing. I can't trade that. There's no way. Is that for real? Hold on here. Monthly. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, look at that. You're right into this pivot and double top. God, if you're long, start taking. I don't know what this thing is, but I'd take some profits. You know, you're right into an area where this thing could definitely pull back. But for buying it, no way. I guess it could go up here to double top, but for me, nah, it already ran. I mean, if you're in this thing from $2 and they're at 23, you got to pull it off. I mean, it could go higher. I don't really play these. Apparently, it's news or something. But yeah, here's your 25 bucks. If it gets there, if you're long, you got to take it off. I still wouldn't short it because if they're squeezing the hell out of this, it could keep going. But, you know, just like dries, when it was at 100, I was posting stuff on StockTwits, take your money, take your money, take your money. And then 2 days later, it was, you know, $5 stock again. So if you made money on it, take it off, you know, or take half off, take something off. Don't short it because it could still, you know, start ripping. But 25 bucks might be the end of the road. If it really starts going, I guess it could go up here. These are tough. These are tough ones. It's moving up on news too as well, or something, or maybe earnings. Look at that though. They pop it up and they just sit it. Jeez. Bunch of evil. Look at that, just pegged. Was it a buyout rumor maybe or something? Maybe that. Oh, buyout. There you go. Like, wait a minute here. I gotta look at this. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, we'll get together soon. You know who you are. It's been crazy, guys. I haven't been doing crap. Well, you know, you guys come to my stuff. Stock market student and Regs and Raj. So, but yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be a buyout. There's no way. They just got it pegged and that's it. But hey, right to look. You know what a coincidence though, guys. We have a buyout and look where it goes. Goes right to resistance. It's pretty amazing. Double top and these bars here. So, all right, let's see. Google holding Google shorts for today. Hope it goes. Yeah, that, you know what, Raj? Perfect. I'm short. I'm upside down on them. So that's why I wanted to scalp that baby today and get some money on that thing. Stock market student John. Come on, I've been missing you guys too. I know I haven't been you know, for a guy who talks a lot, we haven't been meeting a lot either. But yeah, we'll get back to normal. I'm almost done with all this Valentine's Day stuff. I got a couple other things I'm wrapping up for next week, and hopefully maybe mid next week I can start doing these live sessions on a daily basis. You know, like I said, I'd love to. I think I'm going to try the GoToMeeting. And when you sign up for my StockBookie.com thing, you'll get the email. And I think I have a month to do it for free where I can have it up to 100 people. And I would love for everyone to talk in these sessions and go over stuff. And we'll look for trades and we'll try to get good scalp areas, good what the option plays, anything. I don't care. We'll look at everything. What's up, Rags? But GD had earnings today. GD, what's GD? Oh, look at this one. Is it high flyer? What is this one? It had earnings today, monthly. Let's look at the month. Oh, that is the monthly. Woo! Look at that one. So apparently we looked at this one before around 150, and we must have said, hey, you know what? Let's see how this one reacts and see what happens. Gosh, 183. I mean, it could be going to 200, guys. I mean, if you wanted to take a stab at a short, you could. 3 million shares on the day. Has pretty good shares, but other than that, hold on here. How many trade? About 1 million on the day. It is. It's pulling back a little bit too because it's coming off this guy. Yeah, you know what? If you wanted to short this one, you could take a stab at it. It has an earnings plays, guys. So could go higher, maybe 200, 190 area, but it's not bad. This, even writing calls wouldn't be bad on this one. But again, you know, that's hard to say. You know, but you know, I'd like to. That's why I wish we had the GoToMeeting. I think I'm going to sign up for that in the next week or two. I have more members signing up here. You know, I'd like to get 100 people in here. Everyone looking. We'll figure out who the better traders are. and then the newbies, we'll be helping them as well. And at the end of the day, guys, we just want to put out some good trades. So it's a good idea. Trading is a lonely profession for me. And join the room. Yeah, exactly. And then Tony, what we've been talking about, I run a printing company. All I need is to hire somebody to run that. So that would mean maybe a couple $1,000s a month. So even if I had a couple hundred members paying me $10 a month, I could actually take that money, give it to my employee, and then I could be doing this all the time. I want to make this really inexpensive for people, but I really want them to have a good experience, and I really want to put people in good trades where we all make money. And then eventually I'll kick it up to $50 a month, and then, kill you guys. No, but something cheap. We've been throwing out the and plus I want to bring other traders in. I've been talking to a couple guys that are in this session right now. Bring them in, give them their 2 cents. They're real good option traders, and then put it together with my technical skills. And then we've been talking about bringing in a fundamental guy. I don't know if we'll bring in the fundamental guy. Everyone kind of gave me the dirty look when I told everyone, hey, we might bring a fundamental guy in here. But we always need that, though, because if the fundamental guy is still telling us that, hey, this stock shouldn't be this high, and I'm seeing resistance, and I'm seeing this and that, why not? What, better than some sites charging 600? Yeah, no, I see that. No fundamental guy I know. Like, yeah, stock market student, yeah, laugh, right? We all talked about the fundamental guy. But you know what? You still have to have that. Just like in CNBC, you have all the different guys, and you got to have that bias opinion on what people, because some people like the fundamental guys, that tear apart the earnings and look what they're doing and this and that, and just stuff like that. And it's more, let's create a show out there, guys, where, hey, here's the fundamental guy coming on in 20 minutes, StockBookie TV, guys. I've been talking to some people that we've been trading. Like I said, they come to the sessions, live sessions. We'll have some good content coming up, just trying to figure out what the best way to do it. Because I would love just something. I go to meeting, people come in, everybody's talking, everyone, because right now, hey, John, look at NVIDIA. Right now I'm typing, I'm trying to look up. It's like, what, NVIDIA? Oh, wait, the trade's over already. So that's what we're looking to do. A grandfather deal, yeah. Yeah, for you, Jeff, it'll only be $99.99. Everyone else will be 10. No, or whatever. Like, if I could find some guy, that I like as an employee, figure out how much I'm going to pay him, and then take it from there. Or I got a lot of stuff in the mix this year in 2017, guys. So I love trading. This is what I really want to do. And I would love to show you guys and teach people and just educate and have a really good group of people where they pay maybe, $100, $200 a year, and, and we'll make money. And that's the bottom line. It will be free. And then if we're making a lot of money, wait, is the NVIDIA trade over? No, I'm still holding on for dear life in that one. Yeah, SBTV, you got it. No, NVIDIA. Oh gosh, I wish it would be over, Raj. It's tying up capital right now, but whatever. You know what? That's trading. And as long as you're putting on the right positions, you're not getting killed. Just like you saw Raj yesterday. I think you were in there, but some guy, or no, I think it was Rags on Goldman Sachs. Hey, aren't you in that Goldman Sachs? Why are you scalping that thing? It's like, I'm scalping it because I'm upside down on my Goldman Sachs swing trade. I'm scalping this thing because I want to make some money. If I scalp Goldman Sachs 5 more times for 500 here, 400 there, 700 here, 300 there, 200 there, next thing I know, I got 3,000 in scalping on Goldman. That's going to take, in consideration my upside down Goldman, where it's not going to make it that painful anymore. I might be a break even then on Goldman instead of 3,000 down or whatever I'm down on it now. Try not to watch those. I know where I need to be, so I just kind of keep them off to the side, saying, oh, I know where I need to be on that one, so just let it go. I'm still not in the money. But but like I showed you guys before, Tony, go to Discord. What is that? Oh yeah, I think I saw Discord. Yeah, something like that. Will you please go over to Google, price sign, and NVIDIA? NVIDIA, yeah, NVIDIA. God, I'm sticking through it, guys. I'm holding on. If it goes up, it goes up. Whoa, it's really windy here in Phoenix today, guys. I got like stuff whooping around on my roof. It sounded like it was gonna tear my roof off here. But let's see here. Google, NVIDIA. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to this thing. If it goes up, it goes up. I'm in it for the long term. I'm playing more of the monthly chart. And a lot of these, I just had, I would get my $5-10 out of it, make my money. I'm going to hold on to this one. I'm going to try to ride this one down as low as I can get it. In the meantime, I'll still scalp it, still wrote the calls on it. I'll add more calls if this thing goes up. I have no problem. They're in the March. I might go out a little bit further, but we'll see how this thing goes. But gosh, I'm still looking at the monthly, guys. It's still stretched. This thing's got to have some epic earnings again for this thing to go up. And if it doesn't, I think, it's just going to slow bleed. So this is one I'm going to be married to for a little while because I'm playing the monthly play. The Google, remember, if you're going to go play it, don't go all in. Don't go crazy on me here. Google, again, I'm in it. My swing trade, I believe I'm right around 820. I don't have it. Again, I don't have a lot of the stuff I don't have up. So I really don't want to see it, unless this thing comes plowing down, then I wouldn't know. I just like to keep things simple, guys. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to this stuff. Monthly chart's not too stretched on this, but I'm playing the market time, the time frame we're in with the SPY. We're coming into the 8-year bull run. That's how I'm playing this stuff. That's why I'm in, over 30 trades. They're all small positions, and as I'm pulling them off, I'm adding more to others. And I'm going into positions that I'm not in that I have posted on Twitter because I want to be in all those eventually, and then as they slowly come in, I'm taking them off. And then I'm going to take the profits on there. I'm going to take the same amount of capital. I'm going to go back in and add to them, and as they're going up, I'll keep adding to them until I get a full position or until they pull back, because we're right in that time frame, guys. I've been showing you the SPY. If we don't pull back, I'll be really surprised. And if we keep going up, my gosh, the bubble's just going to be so big. If you're not short these markets, you have to short them, period. But yeah, Google here, I'm holding on. I mean, someone came out and upgraded these guys. It's like, what? Why are you upgrading up at the highs? Why aren't you upgrading when this thing was at 450, 500? Who on earth would upgrade as an institutional play? I mean, other than they want higher prices, but it's like, oh my gosh, RBC's upgrading this? It's like, what? But again, we're in fantasy land, guys. 32 million on the SPY. No conviction whatsoever. All right, so that's Google here. Yeah, if you're in Google, hold tough. Let's see if we can close above. You're looking at intraday action. They retraced it up off the bounce, because you got by the dip, dipshits in there. Oh, it's Google. You got again. They must have upgraded it right here. That's when that news must have came out right here. And how convenient, right when it hits the 200 moving average on the intraday action after a huge fade. I mean, and that's why we probably bounced like that. I never thought about that because again, I talked to my mother during the day, and my mom calls me. I'm in my car going to a couple clients. You know what just happened? They upgraded Google today. I was like, oh, and I think I have a post on StockTwits too. If it goes down, you'll get an upgrade tomorrow. So nobody panic on this stuff. So price line, gosh, guys, again, going into earnings and they're running it up. See, it's like the same shit every time. Excuse my language, guys. A little bit hyped up today. Haven't done one of these in a while. So, but look at this. 1460 all the way to 1600, and then I'm sure they're going to get an upgrade up here. For me, I'm going to let it go up, and I'll short again up here. I love the $1,600 area, but going into earnings, you can't play. Did Expedia or any of those go off, or the other ones that kind of jive with this one? I forgot Expedia, and what's the other one? I don't know, where they have earnings, these will be affected. So keep an eye on those. But yeah, I'm going to wait. If this thing pops, I'll write one or two calls on this one. Nothing crazy because it's a $1,600 stock. It will be a little expensive, and I don't want to put that much on there. Discord, I think it's like a free chat room or something like that. Somebody mentioned that before. So apparently they must work for that place, so they're posting it on my crap on my feed. This is what I'm going to eliminate eventually when we go to meeting. Yeah, but yeah, someone posted this Discord on here before. I maybe it's a minimum thing where they charge a couple bucks a month or something, but I guess they're okay. I honestly don't know too much about them. Let's see. So let's see, Priceline, Nvidia. Yeah, so Priceline, you're right back in the double top. Nothing to do. If you're long, start tightening up that stop. You don't want to be caught up in earnings and this thing drops like a rock. Unless you're short, then you're rocking it. So let's wait for earnings. I might put on if I'm willing to do what is it? Gosh, I'd only do 50 shares on this one. 25 here and then 25 up, and then look for a 5 to 10% gain and pull it, something like that. That's how I would play it. You know, again, I don't do huge positions, guys. It's a $1,600 stock. Even Google, it'll be a couple hundred shares. You know, when I scalp that thing, I'm not going a couple thousand. I don't have that kind of capital. A couple hundred shares, Google pulls back $20, you're making money. That's all you need to do. Don't go crazy. Free voice chat with other traders. Okay, Iron Man 2. Okay, that's another one. Let's see here. SYMC. Yeah, so Raj, that's it. NVIDIA, I'm holding tight. I'm holding tight with all these things. Priceline, I'm not in. Um, I've been covering short Priceline doing that one. But if that thing pushes up, I'll be shorting that one again. Let's see, SYMC. SYMC. I don't know what this one is, but this guy, was it a double top again or something? Intraday, though, look at that. Comes right back up, pulls back real nice. I like that action. Got to be a reason why I stopped up there, guys. Oh, look at that pivot. Oh, look at this. Is that all right? So there's your first pivot. I don't know if that's the all-time high or anything. Let's see, though. Let's go back a little further. Yeah, look at that right there. Wow. Oh, there's the pop. Where was that in? Yeah, 2005. So you go back a year. So you are in the triple top here. You do have great resistance on this one. Earnings, was it though? Earnings play? Did it have earnings today, or is it coming up? Rags. Let me know on that one. Tesla, nothing to do on here, James. Just let it go up. It's been chopping around, and it's actually caught a bid. One day you will also find StockBookie on Discord. Oh, I don't know. Unless they talk to me about it, you won't. So, let's see. STM coming next week earnings. Okay, yeah, you're right in the double top. So we could play it on her. You know, remind me on that day. We'll go into the chat room and we'll do something like that. And remind me on this one. If it pops up, then we'll probably look for the $30 area, 31. We'll see how it goes. But it's been consolidating here. It's not bad. You know, setting up. Not a bad bullish. Not kind of choppy, sloppy, but now it's starting to run again. Another one running up into earnings. It's crazy, guys. Crazy. It's just like, what is going on here? 2-1. So okay, so 2-1. So shoot, what is that? Next Tuesday or what have you? Yeah. So just a tough one. Let's see if we could get gap up and then maybe short it up on the gap up for an intraday play. We'll see. We'll try to get it in and out pretty quick. So let's see what happens here on this one. Let's see here. Anything else? Oh, Tesla. We could look at Tesla. We looked at that one a little bit earlier, but let's look at it again. Yeah, Tesla's just going in. We talked about this trend line here, and the trend line comes back from the highs, connecting the highs here from, you know, every time it goes into earnings, basically. It runs up on a Model 3, runs up on news, boom, you know, Trump's meeting, oh my gosh, Elon, oh my gosh, and they're going into earnings, got to buy it. Every time. You know, if you would have bought Tesla down here, sold up here, bought down here, sold it, your cost average would be like $10. And then you just hold on for life and then go from there. Everyone gets so euphoric in this one. It's Elon. He's meeting with Trump. I gotta hold it. Oh no, not really. Do it again. This will be the fourth time it's going to drop. And it might pop up on earnings. If it pops up on earnings, it's going to drop regardless. That's what this thing does. 40K, 35 calls, $2 million bet on which one? On the SYMC. Is that what it is? Stock market student. Yes. Okay. Yes, that was it. Okay. Listen, look at that. So they are putting the bet on the upside on that one. Interesting. Or they're writing calls on double top. We'll put that in the chat. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, totally, right? Yeah. Hey, we're gonna put a lot of stuff in that chat. So let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it comes. I mean, look at this run though to write calls. Look at that. Right before earnings, you write calls. You hold on. It stalls out for 1 or 2 days. Boom, you get paid and you're out. So I don't. Yeah, I mean, we know how that works. Hey, no problem, buddy. Hey, have a good day too. Take care. But yeah. So that's what you know. Look at that. 4 moves into this. Are the calls blowing up on that student? They have to be. I don't have anything open with the calls or anything right now. But let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, great double top though, man. Look at that run too, 24 to 27. Boom. That would have been that would have been a great play right there to play it short. After when this thing popped, when this thing started moving up from here, it goes past the all-time high, gets up to the almost 27.50. But even on this last push up, that's when you give it a shot. Look at that, straight back down. Then you're in the double top at the 27.33 too, which is right here. So it hit it in the morning. Then it tried to pierce through this level, never confirmed, and straight back down. Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy stuff. All right, so let's see here. Anything else you want me to look at? Oh man, it's been a week, guys. All right, iRobot's coming back in. This is another high flyer. We put a position on this one again. We did take it off. We added again. This is another high flyer. Look to short that one. That one should be coming in too. Earnings are coming up too, so don't load the house on it. If you want to play through earnings, just make sure you are willing to add a little bit more. I had 63.43 as the next level. It just can't get past that. What about MCD? Yeah, MCD. I've been watching that one, guys. We were short. We covered a little while back. We are above this trend line, so I'm not really touching it. It's just chopping around. It's just stupid at this point. Let's put it that way. But looking at this, you know, if you put the trend line down here, you know, important though, you know, you do have a little head and shoulder here, guys. And, you know, you got the top there. It's not bad either. You know, not the worst, not the best, but this is the big but. You know, you can't close over the head, and I really wouldn't like to see this close over this area. You know, if it gets towards here, maybe. But I want to see if this thing breaks down and comes through here and goes right to the trend line. This thing can break down. Point here, you're probably going right back to 110 easily. 124, 19. Yeah, well, yeah, right in here, right in this area. Yeah, you probably come to the gap fill right around 111 or so. So if this pattern plays out, keep an eye on that, guys. If you like Beckham, watch for that one. If this comes right back down, gets through the moving averages and stuff, and starts playing with this trend line and the 618 down in here, then we'll watch for lower price. If that cracks, then we'll wait for the setup and then we'll short. I mean, it's not a bad short up here. You know, I think they had earnings and they were just okay. Did they have earnings? You know, we're into this little area too here where it's trying to get through. I mean, I guess you could short it if it gets past, you know, 125, maybe just stop out, just making an easy trade. I mean, you could fight it maybe a little bit because it's not, you know, if it goes up, there's not going to be a ton. You know, you might go gap fill here, maybe 128 up in here. So it's not a huge. So if you want to do, you know, a little bit here, if it goes up, it start to add, but it's not terrible. So earnings was Monday, yeah. So, and I think they were saying, you know, remember for what, ever since they had the breakfast menu, oh my gosh, it's changed McDonald's. They're nuggets. It's the best in the world. It's McDonald's. Hurry up, you know. And then it's like, oh gosh, here we go again. But you are above this trend line here, so you have to respect that. Let's go to the weekly. Let's go to the little bit bigger time frame here, just to see what's going on with that. See if we can see that head. Yeah, the head and shoulders, little bit on here. Not. You like to see the head and shoulder really show up on all time frames to say, oh, wow, that's a head and shoulder. This one's a little choppy, sloppy, showing up on the daily. But again, you know, it did push up a little slightly bullish. We're above the MA. So if you are, you know, if you want to short, just be careful. I do like it up here a little bit better than 127, 128. Could be a safe haven play if the markets start to tumble because it is McDonald's and a lot of people might run to this one. So you got to look out for that, where you get a little bit of a run up, you know, into this area and then you short it. So if you want to take something here, you could. But again, he's still on earnings on Monday. You know, they could catch a bid or they're doing cheese fries or garlic fries, whatever the hell else they were making up before, you know. And that's what, you know, and that's what these guys are doing. Like Netflix, guys. Remember that? We're taking the Netflix off the FANG and we're going to replace it with NVIDIA. And then Netflix is at highs and they're all like, oh, we'll keep it there. It's still fine. So stupid. So stupid. So just turn off the talking heads, guys. And I think I told you guys before, I don't even have CNBC at home other than online. I don't watch a ton of TV. I have Bloomberg, and that's about it. I got a couple other channels. My kids have the Disney Channel and all that crap, but I honestly don't have time to be watching that crap. or watching what they have to serve. I mean, there's some good traders on there. No, I'm not the best trader, don't get me wrong, but at least I'm looking at technicals. I'm not making crap up. I'm not upgrading. I'm just saying, hey guys, this thing has a slightly head and shoulder pattern. It could play out. It's got to move down, of course. You're onto this trend line up here. Let's see where it closes today. But and then I guess their earnings were okay, and it's going up. Go figure. Buy the dip, I guess. And that's how it works out, guys, for this trading stuff. It's crazy what's going on. You got some of these stocks are just ripping. I mean, you got Priceline. Oh, Priceline's making another move, guys. 16 bucks up into earnings. Someone must, then everyone then they'll have a talking head on with Priceline, and then it'll be like, oh, someone must know something with earnings. I better hop in here, Oy, oy, oy. No, here was the spot. 1460, 1600, out. Get out of it. Take it. Fade everything Gartman says. Yeah, right. That's why, Tony, that's why everything's going up. I'm adding shorts. And if I'm in a position, and I showed you guys this earlier, darn, I got it out. But my list, if I'm not in all the trade, I can't be in 75 trades. There's no way. It would have to be like $5,000 in each trade. And then, I could go a little bit more than that. But I just don't want all my capital tied in 75 trades. So I'm in about 30 trades. And as each one that come in, if I happen to be in the lucky one to be that pulls back, I'm taking that money, I'm going into another one that I'm not in, or I'm putting it into another one I'm upside down in a little bit, and where I'm adding a little bit more. I'm leaving everything open, guys, so I could keep adding, keep taking. But hey, 1600 on Priceline. Gosh, maybe you know what? What time is it? 3 o'clock. Damn. Someone wants to give it a shot. 1600. This thing could pull back, give you a nice couple dollar pullback. If you want to throw a little bit of coin in this one, it's coming back in already. Where did it pop to? 1600 even number. If you wanted to wait maybe a buck or two more, get a couple buck Pierce, and then short this thing, you possibly can. If you want to give it a shot. I'm not doing it. I'm just I'm kind of worn out today. All right, we're at 1601. Starting to move up a little bit more. Let's see if we can get a little more Pierce on it. So got to 16. Did it get to 6? Well, 1669, 1599. Some trades are going off here. If you want to give this thing a stab, short, you could. Just beware, it could move up a little bit. But I like the fact that we did move up from 1588 straight up into the 1600 area. 1602, 1601. Let's see if we can Pierce, like I said, get a little bit higher. I would love the 1602. Oh, there you go. There you go. Did it pop? Oh, we popped up. What do we got? 1601.65. Remember, if you're going to start adding shorts here, it is a light volume name. The market makers are going to see this stuff, so don't go crazy on me. But yeah, you could definitely go short in this thing if you want to, and get ready to pull. We only have an hour left, so it is a little bit more of a high risk trade. But if we get a $4 or $5 pullback, just get the hell out. If it starts moving up, you just got to step aside. Because it's freaking Priceline, guys. It could be a beast. But 1600 right into that. I love that. I love that action right in. See how we're getting volume here? Because now all these stops are getting stopped out for the shorts, and this is where we want to add it. But we want to see if we get that little Pierce. Or we're getting 1601 prints. 1601.65 was the high. If you want to take a stab at it, you can. All right, we'll see if this thing pulls back. All right, let's see here. McDonald's, fade everything. Yep. URI, ER day before yesterday, blew away the Q. Okay, tempted to short. Yeah, we talked about URI. I have no problem. Sure. I just posted that on Twitter, Raj. Yeah, URI, definitely. I mean, if don't go crazy. It could move up to 130, 135, but man, great double top. It's stretched. You want to give this one a shot. I know that you like to do the spreads. If you could get the one, if it closes below 130 spread, a little higher would be better, but that's going to have some resistance. It is on earnings, so it could still move up. So be careful with that one. All right, Priceline, guys, is 1601.02. I got the last bid on there, so let's keep an eye on that one. Can we review URI, CSX, and yeah, Skyworks? I'm still in. I'm upside down on that one a little bit. I'm holding that one. I did take it as a scalp trade. I'm married to it a little bit, but I didn't have a position, so I don't mind if I have to hold that one on for a possible swing. I do like this area in here. We had the 618, but it could still move up into the 98 area, but I don't mind. I like this, that it popped up into here. We have the 618. We also have this trend line here, and we have a little bit of a breakdown area as well. Hold on a second. 1600 on Priceline, guys. So if you're in it short, just hold tight here. Let's see if we could get a couple buck pullback. I mean, honestly, it could pull back. I got on another chart here, guys. It could pull back maybe $5 or so. But again, 1600 number, it is ripping up. It did have a big volume candle on that, and I like that even better. But it could still continue and ripping up. I don't, do they have, check news, guys, if they're having news. But right now we're at 1600 last price on Priceline. Let's see if we could get a pullback on that one. So that's what Skyworks. I do like that area. So if you're in that with me when I was adding, I don't know, 5 days ago or so, we still came up to the, 92.55 area. And we had a nice little pullback. Let's see if we can have an inside bar, bearish pattern, and then possibly lower. Guys, lower prices to come. So I like this area, but again, it could still move up to the nine. It could even go to 100 possibly. So just be aware of that, and don't go balls out on this trade, guys. Just go slow and steady. Let's see here, the CSX. Yeah, CSX. I looked at that one today earlier too. You know, I mean, they were trying to get it to the 50 number, but I think a lot of people are waiting to short this thing at the 50 number. It did gap up above this line. You know, we were looking at it around 44 as it pulled back, and it just took off. We always talk, you know, go light, just in case it starts to rumble. You know, I like the fact that it popped up, and it can't, you know, I would have liked to seen a bullish consolidation and then a pop, where this thing just popped up, pulled back, and then just took off again. So nothing wrong with it. 50, I wouldn't rule it out, but just keep an eye on it. Sorry, 1602 on Priceline. If you did try that one short, just get ready just in case that they start squeezing this thing. 1600 is a big round number, guys. Again, don't go nuts on it. If you did, maybe 100 shares at the most, 50 shares. So if it goes up a couple bucks, you're down a couple hundred, just step aside. You know, maybe 1605, 1606 if it starts to go. But all-time high, you know, let's go back to that one. But CSX, yeah, I mean, that was a great trend line, you know, on the weekly. I mean, we're going to close above it, and that with some follow-through. The volume wasn't that great. But, man, you know, I guess I can't rule out 50. Let's see how it reacts next week. You know, it's still kind of following through with some news or whatever the hell happened to this thing. I think someone tweeted, or I don't know if it was Trump or someone said something about this one, and that's why we went up. So, man, it's just another one. Someone must have bought calls down here. They spread the news, and then boom, they're getting paid. Hey, you know, sometimes you just got to look at the outside of the box, guys. And, you know, we talk about in the chat, you know, and stuff like that, you know, someone needed something done here, you know, and plus blasting through this trend line. I mean, that was a big trend line here. All right, I got 1667 cents on Priceline. Again, I got that on another screen. So where's this one? It's not the best symmetry, but you got to respect that. Whoa. Wait a minute here, guys. Hold on a minute. Let's see if we take this one here. Yeah, still that one still. I mean, I guess you could play that too. I guess you could play that one too. Let's see. All right, let's put this one in here. Yeah, so if you could play this one too, where, you know, it didn't close above that one, closed above the main one down here, but this one has a little better symmetry in it too. So let's see what this one does next week. If you wanted to do a play on it, you know, do what, a bear call spread, I think, something like that, Raj. You know, I'm learning that stuff. So, yeah, you could probably play the $50 number. You know, play it, but go out. I'd go out a couple weeks on it, maybe 2 if you can. It might be monthly options on this one. Maybe go out a month, but $50 isn't bad. I mean, if you could get 51 even too, 51 where it closes below 51, that's not a bad play either. So, all right, 1602.82 on Priceline. So they're jamming it up. Everyone's, you know what now. And yeah, that 1600, you know, I like the Pierce, you know, if it got back up a little bit higher into 1602.82, that's not too bad. You know, it gets a little higher, I might actually hop into this one. But the 1600 was a good area, especially with the volume and intraday. But still hold tight. You know, don't have a big position. And if you don't want to hold, you know, just get out and take the loss. You know, that's all you can really do on that one. It is Priceline. It's freaking crazy. And then, yeah, so that's all those CXX. Yeah, still going. I mean, look at this thing, 22 to 50. Something's got to give. All right, 1602.82 on Priceline. Let's see if that one holds. GS, please. Yeah, we're stuck in GS. We did scalp this one. When I woke up today and looked at this, I was like, yes, I'm going to just cover this thing right out of the chute, and that's what we did. But Goldman here, daily chart, typical crap, comes back in, had pretty good earnings, I guess, but then they faded it, came in, popped it up, got everybody long again, hit the 200 or the 20 MA, and then pulled it back. I still think it's setting up bearish to possibly go lower. Let's see if we stay in this area and just chop around, then I think it will set up for lower prices. Again, nothing wrong with this other than you had a big move up. I mean, you go from 140 to 250 and you have no pullback on this. Come on, guys. You know, if you look at the charts on Goldman, you know, you go straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, kind of chop, straight up, straight down, then you chop, straight up into this area, down again, and what happened here? Straight up in the double top. Where do you think this is going? Is it going to keep going higher? All right, 1601.06 on price line. So if you are short on this trade, just hold on. Hold on for dear life. Oh, 1599.97. There you go. Let's see if we can get a pullback on this one. We got 4 minutes left of this candle. Let's see if we could get a little more of a pullback. But yeah, Goldman Sachs, nothing to do. If you're long, I'd be taking some profits. If you're short, just hold on for dear life. I'm thinking we're still going to come back, I would say, into the $200 area, maybe 193 if it really starts coming in, and ultimately maybe one in the 180. So we'll have to see. Again, the markets are going to have to, there's a couple other things. The market's going to have to pull back. The bank stocks are going to have to pull back. I mean, JPM's out of control. Everything's out of control. I'm looking at Apple. So Apple, I'm still a little bit out of the water. Or no, I'm 6 cents in the money still. I might just cut that position. We'll see. So 1599.96 on price line. So let's keep an eye on that. Yeah, Goldman, nothing wrong though. I mean, it is above everything. Got above our big areas here where we were starting to add, and then we just got taken to the house. I'm going to give it time. Moves like this will come back in. It just takes time, period. So be careful. If you're long, just tighten your stops. If you're short, just hold on with me. Apple. Man, Ruben, you just want everything today, huh? I'm going to have to start charging you extra. Apple, again, we're right into this area. We did this one earlier. You're in some big resistance here. Now you're going into earnings. It could go either way. That's why, you know, if I could get another 30, 40 cents out of this one today, I'll just cut it and be done with it. Take my little bit of cash and say thanks. Oh, 1597 on price line, guys. So it pulled back a little bit. If you're in it, you know, if you have 100 shares, you get $3, man, pull it. That's $300. We were in it for what, 15 minutes, 10 minutes or something like that. All right, 1597.14. Let's see if it continues to pull back. Raj, did you write anything on that one? Did you do any spread on that one? Come on, Raj. IWM, yeah, we did this one earlier, but yeah, you're coming up blue line 123. You're going into earnings, so earnings maybe 134 if it pops. If it drops, then you have some you have resistance both ways. So right now you're in that 50-50 shot where it could go either way. And actually, you know, being above the 618, you probably have a better chance of going up, but it's still earnings and it's still a 50-50 shot. So 1598, 1599 on price line. It did dip a couple bucks. I don't know if anybody popped out of that thing, but let's see if we could pull back. Gosh, if the market could pull back, yeah, on 33 million shares on the day, right? You know, maybe we get some profit taking. Who knows? Some people don't want to hold into the weekend, but you get a lot of shorts who shorted this SPY out of the gate. They might be the ones covering at the end of the day, and that might actually be a little short squeeze. So you got to watch for that too as well, because that sometimes happens too. My short call spread order didn't get really. Didn't want to take away. So you tried it, huh? Yeah, that was tough. I mean, they even popped it up too. I'm surprised it didn't get filled. But yeah, so right now, nothing really to do. If you're long Apple, great. I'd take some profits if you happen to get it down here. I mean, if you're long from up here, you know, I guess you just got to hold on. And if it pops, you know, probably take some off the table. If it drops, then you're married to it like I am with some of my trades. It's a tough trade. You know, I'm still thinking this one goes to $75. I'm sorry that, you know, these pivots right in here, 75, 80. I'm sorry. When the markets start going, that's where I think a lot of this stuff's just going to get murdered. CMG, anything intraday? No, CMG, no, it's just chopping around right now. Bought a put or two on price line. Thanks, Bookie. Yeah, thanks. Hey, we're not out of the woods yet, man. It's still got to pull back. I think it could pull back though. That 1600 number is pretty good, especially on that fierce push with the volume. Look at the volume on this neck here. I'm going to pull that up in a minute. But for Ruben here, IWM, yeah, IWM, Ruben, just go to my site. You can watch all my videos. The IWM's in there as well. And the IWM, let me tell you, you know what? We're coming right back in. Why? Hold on a second here. monthly. I thought I had that daily. Huh. 127. Oh, I thought we had 2 days pulling back on. Maybe that was another chart. But we have 2 days pulling back into support, gap fill. This thing could possibly move up in price. You know, nothing wrong. We did break above this trend line here, so nothing wrong, guys. So we're still holding it. See how it came into the support? Wow, that would have been a good area intraday to buy. Well, 200 moving average on the IWM. So we got to call a little bit of a bid. Came right back into this area here, and now it's starting to pull back a little bit. So let's see where this thing closes on the weekly, and then we'll look at it a little bit closer. Hold on, guys. I think I got Yellen texting me. Wow, might go to Rocky Point, Mexico tomorrow, guys. We'll see. We'll see. Got some messages coming in saying, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" All right, let's see here. So yeah, IWM, nothing wrong. We cracked above this trend line here. That's kind of breaking out, but that's what a lot of people think. But I want to see more evidence of maybe a bullish pattern. This thing starts dropping below, then we're probably going to go lower. But again, light volume markets, we might get down the gap fill, maybe. They'll probably come down to these pivots and they'll pop it right back up because that's the markets we're kind of in right now. But if it does come in, maybe write some puts. Maybe don't do it. All right, here goes price line again, 1602. They're popping this thing again. Jeez. So, someone's coming in and doing something there, guys. Do they have weekly options on price line? If they do, someone needs higher prices. That's the bottom line. I don't care what anybody says. These recent Fed meeting reactions have been, oh my gosh, right? Tony, remember the days when we get 20 million on the SPY right after the Fed meeting? Now we're getting like 3 million, 4 million. It's been terrible. So it's just basically the big boys doing nothing and let the little retail guys just keep pounding in there and pushing up these markets. And then all of a sudden you'll get whip days, where you're down, up on different stocks. And that they're just trying to get, different prices basically because so they can make money. So the S&P today, 2292.88. Let's see if it closes below the 2295. That's the magic number, guys. Or in the last minute, do they remember what I said? Do they squeeze it at the last minute to get that thing above that price? Because you got to think the guys like me, the scalp traders, if they went short out of the gate here on the little pop, they're going to just take their money at the end of the day and say thank you very much, and that could pop it up a little bit more. But yeah, I've been talking about that, Tony, with those Fed meeting reactions. Oh my gosh. Even like 2014, 13, sometimes you got the 25 million bar in the 10-minute. You know what? Let me pull up the price line so we can keep this one on. If anybody did that one, dang, they're holding it up. It just drives me crazy. Look at that, great area too. Boom, right into it. Double. I think it's let's see. I think double top's a little bit higher, so that's what they might be going to. Oh no, we are in double top too. Jeez, where are we now? 6. Am I in the right one? Yeah. It's like, am I in the right one? Yeah. So we are in the double top, 1600. Jeez, if this thing doesn't pull back, someone needs to hold it above 1600. That's the bottom line. Look at the volume that came into. Here's the intraday chart as well. Look at the 2 volume candles. Someone's pushing this thing up to screw somebody, or to make money. One of the two, or maybe they needed to close above 1600 to make money. Those were the good days when oh yeah, exactly. You got it. Now, and that's why I tell everybody, Tony, don't buy puts right now. You can do it maybe for a day or two, and if that trade doesn't come out, you got to get the hell out. Take your loss or whatever, a little bit of gain, and say thank you very much. I gave it a shot. But they are just murdering people in these markets. And then but that's what happens after a couple of years of just getting murdered. You just go, screw it. I'm just going all in on long side. I'm not going to fight this anymore. I'm going long. And that's when the whole thing collapses. And then you're fighting and then it's bombing on you on the long side. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm losing money on the long side now too. Been there, guys, been there. I've been there just like everybody else, losing money. And it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta find somebody that can teach me how to make money. This is ridiculous. Nvidia's pulling back a little bit. They must need lower prices. They got everybody in, But do they have the weeklies on Priceline, guys? I can't. I don't have my stuff up where I can look. I'm looking at charts right now, guys. I still have all my positions on my tickers on here, so I know where I'm at and stuff. So, but I don't have my option shit up right now. So if they have weekly price lines, there's got to be a lot of 1600 activity here or something. Because man, you don't get two huge candles like that for no reason. Somebody wants it. Yes, yeah, Raj. So you know the routine. Yeah, there you go. Of course they have weeklies. Yeah, exactly. What a coincidence. At the end of the day, you get I mean, it's not massive volume, but 25,000 shares traded of Priceline out of the blue, when all day long we've had 5,000, 4,000, and all of a sudden pop. So we'll see if there's a bull or a bear in here, if they see if these guys fight this area, because honestly, this is great resistance up there. This thing, after a move like this should have hit it and pulled back $7-8 and then been done. Apparently somebody's in here doing something. Somebody bought some this morning for 5 cents. Yeah, there you go. And are they bought calls at 5 cents and they're going to zero? Stock market student. Someone bought this morning. Oh, for 5 cents. Oh, okay, 5 cent calls, and they're probably 10 cent now, or they doubled. Well, my gosh, unbelievable. What's the typical volume? Let's see if this does have more. Man, unbelievable. 128 of them. Yeah, geez. Yeah, I wonder what's going on there. Look, well, no, the volume's still light. Look at the volume disappearing. It's going lower, the volume, and this thing's going upwards. Gosh, unbelievable. Love this stuff, guys. 10 times on them, expecting a short squeeze of if it holds 1600. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, it's holding right now. I don't know, again, it's still light volume on the day. We did have some heavy candles the last two. I do like the fact that, this was the heaviest candle as it kind of popped here, and then a little more volume came in because some people are probably chasing this thing, but man, it comes right into this area. I mean, we did have a pullback. I mean, this did pull back, actually, if you count it from the highs, the 1602, it did go to 1597. So you're looking at $5. I mean, not anything great, great. They're worth $3. Really? What? 5 cents to 3? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. All right. And someone didn't know any of that one. Holy cow. All righty then. Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense then. 128 at what price? Student. Holy cow. Did they pop off? They had to have popped off already. If they're holding on to these things, no way. So they're going to fight for this thing to close above, what are they, 1600s? And if so, they're going to close it. They're going to try to go over 1600. Wow. AZPM, nice short. All right, hold on. All right, I'll keep a watch on that one. So they're going to close it at 1602. Damn. 1600 calls? 128 of them? Was that the one? Or what was the strike price on those? AZPN. Oh, geez, look at this thing. Wow, something happened here. Earnings, most likely. Was it earnings? Nice short. Did you short that one? 1600 calls? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. There you go. 5 cents to $3, guys. And I wouldn't doubt if they pop off any minute now. Unless they're just going to close them and make it worthless and, or close it and then just collect the whole freaking premium. Wow, unbelievable. Let's see. AZPN. Yeah. Was this another high flyer? Let's see. Monthly chart. I'm going to guess yes. Yeah, look at that. Starts getting extended. You're above the double top here. Did they have another reason why? Oh, there you go. I was going to say, there's always another reason, guys. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. Ay, ay, ay. Look at this. You could have shorted here. Wow. Oh, Ruben, where were you? Where were you earlier in the day, bud? Look at that. I mean, it almost touched the high to the penny. 56.82. High was 56 bucks. So it missed the double top by about 82 cents. But even pierced the even or hit the even number at 56 and lights out. 1,600 calls on that. Unbelievable. And look, the last hour and a half of the day, where is it going? Yeah, someone didn't know what was going on with that one. That was in the morning though, huh? AZPM not too late, is it? No, AZPM's not too late. It's not bad. Just watch out. Yeah, not bad at all. If you're short up here, hold on to it. But you're going to have some resistance around probably 48 to 50 bucks. If you start, if you're in the money already, a buck or so, maybe ride it another couple bucks and pull it, or pull half off, see how it reacts once it gets down to 50, and then the the top here at 48.40. But right now, so good. So far so good. If it consolidates now, and it could be setting up for higher prices. So be careful with that. But as long as you stay below the 56.82 area and just keep going, I would expect this thing just to kind of fade. This is the monthly chart. It could honestly go to 42 bucks, 45, 45 bucks, 43 bucks if it really starts to come in. So no, you're okay with that one. Not too late, is it? Yeah, a little bit, Raj. If I look at the 10-minute. I mean, 10 minutes, it would have been right. It would have been right out of the chute, basically. And it is starting to go lower. You know how I am, guys. It's not bad. You still still have a ways to go, but you still have some good support with the 50. I'd rather see it retrace up here and then take it. If you have to do it, maybe a little bit here, but know that this thing could be retracing on the light volume crap back into this area, and you could get another short off of it. But it's not bad. If this thing starts to rumble, we could go here to 45 bucks. But 50, I'd start looking at, support 48 because you have that little pivot. You got the little pivot around here too, around, 49 bucks. Then ultimately, you got a gap fill down in here too, around 46, 47. So yeah, oh yeah, this one, I would love to see it retrace and then boom, back again. But if you wanted to, take a small position, you can. But with these complacent markets, I wouldn't doubt it goes right back up. But I don't follow this one. I don't even know what it is. But yeah, let it bounce exactly. So a little bit down. So just that it fell apart right out of the chute. If the markets fall apart, all this crap's going down, guys. Damn, that call though. Wow, unbelievable. All right, let's see. So they popped it up again. See how the volume though? See how they push it up right here? Now they're just kind of holding it. Volume disappears. This is price line again, guys. Freaking thieves. Wow, look at that. Midday, just out of the blue, all of a sudden volume comes in and goes straight up. It's price line though. So, price line's priceless, guys. Did you see any of those go off, student? With the 128, I'm surprised if they didn't take these off right now, I'd be very surprised. Because after that bounce right there, holy crap, why not pull them off and say thank you very much? At 5 cents, come on, that's insane. So they put that bet on in the morning, first thing, 1581. Jeez. Ay caramba, guys. Ay caramba. MLM's coming in. That one's been a beast. Tesoros just kind of sticking around. Chipotle. Yeah, nothing to do on this one yet. We have the earnings coming up on this one. I'm not really sure, but it came right back up. Let's see here. Daily chart. Yeah, nothing to do. We had a good area here where it hit, and we, shorted this one, pulled a little bit off, and then it came right back in. And, little topping tail came back down, almost touched the 200 and bounced right back up. So just another one just kind of chopping around. But it is back above the 200 moving average, so it's back in a strong stance. That hasn't confirmed yet, but it's strong. Above all the moving averages, you got to respect that crap, unfortunately. Uh-oh, here comes price line. For all you guys who held on for dear life, did those options go off, student? Stock market student? Are you there, student? Oh, man. Crazy stuff. Uh-oh, getting pictures from the student. I got a video even. So let's see here. All right, so it's coming back in. We're at 1636. Is that what 1647? Do we pull it back? I wonder if they popped them off. Let's go to the 10-minute chart again. Oh, we're coming back in 1630. If you're in this still, let's see if we can pull it back now. Gosh, look at that. They always do that one little FU right there. Bounce it up, and they close it above it, just to go, oh my gosh, is that it? And then they click right back down. Jeez. That's why I like price line, these big ones, gosh, they're brutal. Those 125 push are not closed yet. Okay, so those 128s are still open. Gosh, I'm surprised. So they're expecting this thing to close above 1600, correct? Would that be the move on this one, right? Unbelievable. It's just like the Teslas, the CMGs, Out of the blue, it's up $22 in a day. It's like, what? All right, we're pulling back again. All right, here we go. Here we go. 15.99.16. Where are we? 69. 15.99.69. So let's see here. They bought them when the stock was at 15.81.44. Gosh, jeez, seriously? They must have been with the bookie, man. Looking, almost caught it at the low. Holy cow. All right, we're coming in though. 15.99.69. Let's see if we can pull back. Nvidia's pulling back a little bit. Everything's pulling back a little tiny bit. Nothing crazy. Gosh, my Apple just won't come in. Right back to break even. I might just pull it and say, hey, I gave it a shot. I'm in at 121.77. It's at 121.66 or 76. Maybe there are market makers there going, all right, he was the only one buying the other day. Apple was all its market makers, so let's just keep it. Think about understanding a small swing in win. Not yet. Let's see if we could get at least 105 to 110 on win. All right, I'll keep an eye on $1,615. Wow, they're going to run it all the way to the end. So 1,600 must be the big number on Priceline, and someone needed higher prices. Of course, the guy who bought today, but there's more than that. You know, more players than that they need that price apparently. Win. Win was a little bit more, guys. Daily chart for a swing. For a scalp, it was a good scalp. It bounced up here, pulled back nicely, made some good money on this one. 104.86 would be the first. It's so close. Could probably get it up, you know, a little bit more if the markets go. I mean, win's brutal. I've been in this trade where I've been upside down like unbelievable. I mean, look at these moves. Boom, boom. Let's see if we could get here. And let's see if we can possibly get to the 109.48 area. You know, 109.50 area up in here. And let's see if we could get back up into here. You know, why not? Let's see at least in the 107, 108, and then start adding. You know, let's see how it reacts at the 105 first. If you have to get involved in it, then take it. If you start going up here, just make sure you have more to add up in this area. But you know, with these moves, I mean, look at that. We've caught this move a couple times where we've taken $5-6 off a win. All right, SPY's coming back in though, guys, a little bit. So let's keep an eye on this one. Qs are back below the moving averages on the 10-minute, and plus the 10-minute SPY, they just can't get above the moving averages. Coming back, we're almost into the low of the day, so we got to keep an eye on that. Let's see if we can crack the low of the day, which was 228.79. That's on the SPY. Is this an earnings SPY? Yeah, earnings did have earning, or Win did have earnings the other day, and I guess they were pretty good. Yeah, so that's what's going on. So let's let it play out a little bit more. Maybe they'll probably throw out some news with Macau and SPY at the low of the day, guys. Let's see if it cracks through. Now, if that starts to come in down, Priceline will come in. Priceline's at 15.98.11 right now, so Priceline's coming a little bit more. If this thing pops here, the win, yeah, you know, 105 I'd like, and then 110. Maybe start adding at 105, maybe 110. For me, I got a lot of positions on. I'm going to wait for 110. I mean, we'll see. If this thing pops up one more time, then we'll take a look. But it's not a bad short. You know, it did pop up above this trend line, which kind of makes me like, but you do have a gap fill up here too as well, right around 108.63. So keep an eye on that one. All right, so 15.98 on Priceline. SPY's at the low of the day. Let's see if we can crack it. It did just bounce a little bit, though, the SPY. Did pierce it. We got a little bit of a bounce. We do have a half hour left. We're going into the bottom of the hour. Let's see what's going on here. Priceline, though. Let's see. What price are we at now? We're not getting any shares going through. Bid and ask. It's 15.98.86. We did pull back here where it looks like the last, well, 15.97.47 was the last one. There you go, 15.98.83. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, no action on. Oh, there we go. Why isn't my stuff coming in here? Maybe I got too many things running. Yeah, there's some trades coming through here. Why isn't my chart's locked up here? No, my SPY chart's working still. All right, so SPY's at the low of the day again. Let's go right to the SPY just to get that one. Let's see, do I have it in there? IRBT, yeah, I added more shorts to that one yesterday, I believe, or today, one of the day. It might have been today even. Yeah, and earnings is coming up, but you know what? We popped into that one. We took a couple bucks on it, and I went back in again, added into that one again. Yeah, I like iRobot because it is at the all-time highs. It's stretched, and but earnings I think are next week or the following week, so you got to watch out for that one. But I like the iRobot short. Just don't load the boat. I'm going to ride that one for a little while because I'm playing the monthly chart on that one. All right, so price lines at 1597.79, so it's coming in. And if anybody took this trade, just protect it. You know, if you got the couple bucks on 100 shares, it's 300 bucks and get the hell out. But if the SPY comes in, SPY's bouncing now again, you could possibly take it. 5140 or below, that could be a tall task. Yeah, iRobot. You short iRobot, John? Or are you thinking about it? I like it. I mean, it could pop up on earnings. If it does, I have room to add more. That's how I'm going to play it. And then I'll hold on to it. Kind of like NVIDIA. Anything that's high flying, guys, it's going to be a monthly chart play. It could take a couple months. And in markets like this, I'd rather just put trades on and just let them go. And as they all start coming in, just one at a time. And if we do happen to get a good down day in the markets, we'll be covering a lot of these trades. So everything's going to come. No, it's going to be nasty, guys. Yeah, I'm in at 61.50. Yeah, okay, you're all right then. See, we took it. I believe I don't have it in front of me. I think around 63. We covered maybe at 69 or right in that area or whatever. We took a couple bucks. I think it was $3. Then as it went up $3 or $4 or $5, whatever, boom, we did it again. And if it comes back down again another $5, I'll pull it all off then. So I just want to get my cost average up on that. I want a little bit, and then boom, we'll do it again. You know, just rinse and repeat. Kind of like U.S. Steel. How many times has that one been going up and down? It's been nuts. You know, love this stuff. So price lines catch another little bid here. Yeah, it's just apparently 1600 is a number. You know, that's what someone's trying to hold here. We have 28 minutes left, so we don't have a lot of time left. But I wish I could I might just cover my Apple trade, guys. I'm a couple cents in the money. That will cover my commissions on it. And that will be done. But we'll see. We'll see at the end of the day. I mean, SPY's at the low of the day. If we could get a little flush out here at the end, then Apple might come in 10, 20 cents and I can make some lunch money. Or I could take my wife out to dinner tonight. I played that one off of you. Thank you. I took some off and I hoping to, yeah, exactly. Why not? You know, like U.S. Steel. I was getting my ass roasted in that one. As it was going up and I was slowly adding. Then it comes crashing down. We take off half. Then it goes screaming up again. This is U.S. Steel. We add it again. Then it comes back down again. I'm like, I'm done. I'm taking it off. Gosh, it just gave it back to me again. Oh, geez. I'm not going to stick around for this thing to go, up again. Looks like Google's starting to fade again. Apparently the upgrade right in here didn't hold too long. No, you know what it did? Someone must have been maybe taking a bathroom break. So they lifted it up so their buddy can short it up here and get the price out of it or sell it up here at the highs. And as they were dumping as it was moving up on the upgrade by RBC, then all of a sudden no buyers. And then all the sellers came in and just took it down. So price line back above 1600, guys. It's like magic. Looks like NVIDIA's pulling back a little bit. Nothing crazy. Oh, Skyworks. Where's that thing? God, that thing's just battling it out. Unbelievable. Let's see here. What else? Anything else? Oh, DPZ. Yeah, I'm still in it. We covered it. We went short again. We covered it. We went short again. Now we're short again, and the thing just keeps going up on us again. But we've been making money on it, so I'm not too worried about it. I mean, as it was going up, we shorted, went down, we covered half, went back up here, covered half again. Then it was kind of chopping around, shot back up. We started adding again. Now we're stuck in it again, and we're at the highs. You know, wow, how convenient. Earnings are coming up, I believe, and we're at the all-time highs again. So if it goes up, I'll add more. And if it goes down, I'm already short, and I'll cover it again. This is one that we just, let it go up, retrace, short again, cover again, short again, cover again, short again. That's DPZ. But yeah, we are short in this one. We started adding at, I believe, around 168, 169 again. It's on the Twitter account. I don't know if I have it. Yeah, it's somewhere on the Twitter account. I'm trying to keep everything in order. So. But yeah, we're right back to double top. If you're not short DPZ, you could probably take a small position, but just beware that I believe earnings are possibly coming up. Just make sure you have enough to add some more, just in case it goes to 175 or 180, or if you just want to wait for the pop and do it. But again, if this thing drops, I'm playing more on the monthly. This is another high flyer here. Monthly chart stretched, and gosh, look at that. It was coming in nice too, guys, and just right back up in the earnings. If this thing falls, I still think we could be at, $140 stock, anywhere in here, 140 to 130 in no time. I mean, just boom, straight down. And then Kramer, Kramer was, everyone was just like NVIDIA, hyping this thing, upgrading it. It's Domino's. Oh my gosh. I guess a lot of people eat here because it's cheap, but oh my gosh, if you want pizza, go to Costco, buy one of those 4 boxes at $10, put some sausage and pepper and cook it yourself. Because, for $2.50 a pizza, I'd rather have that than this cardboard. This is like eating cardboard, in my opinion, guys. All right, so, but yeah, Jonathan, yeah, hold on to that. DPZ, if you want to go short this one, James, yes. Yeah, we've been short, covered, short, covered, short, covered. We've been doing this a couple times, but yes, we are short in DPZ. Let's see, anything else catching a bid? Priceline's trying, gosh, 16. So what do you guys think? 1602 on Priceline? Holy crap. Unbelievable. That's the bet right now. If someone's buying calls this morning, 1602, maybe 1615, 1615 cents. Holy cow, look at this. It's pretty amazing. Domino's is trash pizza like most. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but for $5.99, all you can, all the toppings, blah blah blah. People go there. That's what people want. And so people go. Just it's still, but pizza though today, you could get a pie for $20. You could get a pie for $5.99. We got a place right by the house in Phoenix. Oh my gosh. And Phoenix in the middle of the desert, everyone laughs at me because I'm originally from Illinois, a suburb outside of Chicago. Oh, dude, Chicago pizza, you can't compare. And actually out here in Phoenix, there's a couple good places. If anyone's out here in Phoenix, shoot me off your favorite pizza place. There's a place called Slice of Sicily, Pino's, Chibo, a couple other ones too that are just outstanding. But here we go. Where are we now? 15 or 1668. Awesome. They're going to hold this thing right up. Unless the SPY sells, and they're going to have a little bit of a tough time holding this thing up. But it looks like the SPY's holding the double bottom here on the day. So I wouldn't expect anything, anything else from these guys. Pretty much what a range today. Holy cow, 36 million on a day. Good day to do it. Well, bad day to do a video, but a good day because I haven't done one in a couple weeks. So, but I want to see some real good action where the markets are bombing or the markets are shooting up, or we can get, this price line. Gosh, it wasn't the end of the day. Should have shot up and pulled back nice. I mean, it started to. Could have got a couple bucks out of it, but my gosh, look at this crap. They're going to 1601.36 now. Wow, they're going to hold it up. It's unbelievable. And if people don't think this thing's manipulated, these markets, you're stupid. That's why a lot of these, 36 million on the day, I did stuff in the morning, and that was pretty much about it. I'm looking at some of my other positions just to see what I could possibly take off. Of course, just like another gentleman earlier said, yeah, I cover my trade and things just bombing now. I've covered so many trades, and then the next thing you know, the thing's just tanking. So you just got to let it go. Don't chase it, because it's almost like you cover it, and then the market makers are like, all right, let's see if this guy will chase. He just covered. Let's see if he'll buy it. Go short $3 lower. It's like, nah, no thanks. I'm going to take my money. I'm going to say thank you very much, and I'll see you guys again. So, something like that. Even IBM, I did cover that one, and it's right back to the almost at the lows. Let's look at IBM. Intraday, that is. I just got to a point. It's like, what? I got to clear up some capital. I'm still in the money on this trade. It was a quarter position. I'm taking it off the table. Look at that. We're right back down pretty much where I covered my half of my half. I think I did it right around 170. Let's look, 177.27 or something. Down in here, 170. I think it was the day before. Yeah, down in here, right there. 127.27, I think it was. Yeah. And then it bounced up, and then it was down, and I'm like, what? Just get me the hell out of this thing. And look, we're right back down again. Price line 1601.04, so that one's holding. Yeah, that's annoying to close the trade, and yeah, it always does that. It's the market makers. It's just like something long. You pull it off for a good scalp, and then it goes up another buck. But they want you to chase that thing. Oh, he got out for a buck. Let's see if we could bring it up another buck if he hops back in. You know, they don't know if it's you, but they can see the trade coming in, and they know how to make it go down. So I didn't know what the hell was going on. Every time the stock would be going up $7 straight up, I would get in it, and boom, it'd go straight down for $2. And I'd be like, what the hell? I just got in this thing and it's pulling back. Then I would dump and it would go straight back up. I would chase it. It'd bring it back down, and I'd chase it, cover, trade, short, long, short. And I'd be on the wrong side like 5 times. And it'd be like, oh my gosh, they just took $3,000 from me in 5 minutes because I was bouncing in and out like a freaking frog. No more of that, guys. Like these markets, I'll just sit around and just let stuff play out. So, but I am looking, what I'm looking for now, though, I'm looking for some stuff that they're going green. And, even Netflix. If you're not short Netflix, gosh, you got to short this thing. I mean, it could go a little higher, but my gosh, I love this pattern coming in. You short this thing, if it gets above this 145.68, you got to get out because it's probably going to go to 150. But I love this pattern. It's kind of sitting around waiting for, Google, Amazon earnings, Facebook earnings. Like, oh, let's hold it up because if those have good earnings, then we can make this thing go up higher. But man, this is a great, especially the gap up, and then it's just kind of inside this bar. Or you can even play it if it gets above the 143.56 area, and you got to just get out. Then it will go probably 145.71 and then possibly higher. So, yeah, plus the commissions. Exactly. You got it. It's like, damn. And then I paid them how much money to get my ass kicked? Totally. So it looks like SPY's holding double bottom, guys, right now. Nothing really wrong. I guess Apple, they just won't move that away from me, Gosh, I really don't want to hold that thing, but it's not a killer position. We'll see. I still got a couple minutes left, so yeah. But look at Netflix. Remember Netflix back then? Oh, Amazon's gonna kill them. That you don't buy it, And when everyone's in despair, that's when you got to buy it. Then it retraces. Then everyone chases it here. They retrace it down. Chase, retrace, chase, retrace. Now they got everybody coming in here again. You couldn't have bought down here and been smart. You got to buy it up here because the guy upgraded it to 190. Netties, yeah, Netties. That's another one that's just stupid. Hate that one too. But hey, whatever. Just gonna have to hold on this forever. I'm gonna be married to this one too. But we traded this one a couple other times too, so it's not that bad. But yeah, it's just like, holy cow, this thing. It's just grinding up again. It comes in great, starting to develop some bearish patterns here under the MAs, and then out of the blue, straight back up. I don't know, do they have earnings? When did they have earnings, Raj? I'm not sure when they do. I got to keep an eye on. Well, price line 1601.51. Yeah, they're going to hold it up. So if it does pull back one more time, if you did take that short, if you didn't take a profit of me, a buck or two or whatever, then just cut it and be done. That's it. They're gonna hold this thing up. I mean, volume's coming in a little bit more on the last 2 candles ago. This is price line, that is. But we'll see. Unless the SPY comes in, then it might drop a little bit more. But Netties, nah. I mean, you're into this high pivot, the 750 retrace. Now we're just chopping around like everything else. It gets up there. This would have maybe a good call position right here. You got a couple days of doing nothing. Boom, you could have been out. But bullish consolidation, nice little pop up into this area here. This is where it started breaking down. So it doesn't get past that. But earnings, we could pop right back to here. Earnings, I think, are coming up. So you got to watch out for the earnings on the Netties. So again, though, another one just up and down, up and down, up and down for months. So if it's going up, 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 and then it comes back in, you buy some puts down here, and then they just cream you. And now it's going up. February 22nd, yeah. So you got a little bit on this one, but these things are just crazy. You take positions as small. For me, again, February 22nd, I wouldn't doubt they run it to double top. And that's just how everything else is working out for earnings. SPY is coming down a little tiny bit, though, going for double bottom again. Nothing to worry about, but just got to keep an eye on that. Yeah, so you got to keep an eye on that one, too. So February 22nd for that one. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if they do run that one. That seems to be the story of the day, which run everything up into earnings and then cross your fingers for good stuff, So that's what you got to watch for, guys. I'm just checking my email here. Bear with me, guys. I still have a company to run. Wow. Hold on here. All right, hold on here. All right. Nope. We gotta check. All right. Guy, actually brokering a lot of stuff now, guys. I'm getting all these dates for my clients when we're doing installs. We do a lot of like wall graphics and window wraps and stuff like that too. So, all right, let's get back into these charts here. So the SPY's just kind of chucking around up and down. We got 37 million on the day. Netties, same thing. We went up to the highs, of the day. It looks like, what's the high of the day? Oh, well, double top. Look at that. Double top of the day starting to, choke out. Price line still holding strong, 1601.33. So that's the area they must be wanting to hold. Everything else not bad. Dow's down a little. Everything's just down a little tiny bit. Can't believe they are still pushing CAT. Is that thing still going up? I scalped that. Yeah, I scalped that thing. Made some money on that thing today. Yeah, it's still kind of in the area. It could go up. It's amazing. It could still go 108. I wouldn't rule it out. You still have, around the 100 area. It's still a big area, so make sure you can add a little bit more. But it gets right into this area too. That's a cold-blooded short, if you're not short this thing already. So did they have earnings? I think they had earnings too. So I guess they were pretty good. I'm not sure, but if you want to get involved in CAT, you could do it around the 100. I'm back in it, but we shorted it, took our profits, and then we did it again. So if it moves back up here, I can add a little bit more if I wanted to. We'll see. Again, I'm going to marry some of these things and just let them play out. This one I don't think was that stretched. This is a monthly. Yeah, this one isn't that stretched, but again, you go from 56 bucks to almost 100 bucks, you'd expect some sort of a pullback or something. Well, it looks like the markets are getting another little bid here. Gosh, it just never ends. I mean, there's 38 million on the SPY, guys. Your company similar to Fathead? No. I'm done for the day with all my actions for this first. Yeah, exactly. No, not like Fathead. I just do large format. I do a lot of banners. I could do all that stuff that Fathead does. Yeah, I got the printers that do all that stuff, like the wall graphics, the car vehicle wraps, banners, signs, and all that stuff. It's fun. I've been doing this stuff for 14 years. That's why, I'm not just going to give it up and just do, I am a full-time trader too. I do trade as much as I can. But to do more of this live action, I can't do anything but live. I don't know how long I've been on the mic now, but it's got to be a couple hours. So, but I could talk for another 5 hours on stocks. Just go through setups, look for stocks to trade, shorts, longs, whatever. I don't care. But yeah, it's just like that. I have a couple Epson printers in here, laminator, all that good stuff, and then I broker out a lot of stuff as well. So that was just the installer that installs a lot of my stuff. He's going to do something for my clients next Wednesday. So. And all that good stuff. So 1601.68 for price line. MLM came back a little bit. Tesoro's up 11 cents. Goldman Sachs still down 279. F5 caught a little bit after the bloodbath yesterday. BABA can't hold the green. It's 94 cents down. Nettie's 23 cents down. Win up $7, almost 8 on earnings. Tesla got a nice bid towards the end of the day. Must have been Trump and him kissing and hugging. They're best friends now. U.S. Steel 14 cents. Twilio just we haven't looked at this one. Still can't get out of its way. They got to have earnings coming up or something though. Gosh, that was such a great short. Love that. I love when everyone's like, "Oh, you're short in Twilio, you're an idiot," and then and it's like you're still holding it down here, kind of like me holding Nvidia. I'm an idiot, but hey. I did a nice size position on NVIDIA, so I'm not getting my butt kicked. So, but yeah, so now with Twilio though, it's clawing its way up, guys. It's trying to do. I guess if you did cross it here on the first green, I guess you're right into that. Let's go like halfway. I guess we could connect the highs right here then. So at this point, if we're going up, I still like the little bit more. I guess you could come down into the green candle where it would come right in the price here. But let's see, we did catch that area, 2609. Did get a bounce, come right back up, but still bearish. Be careful with this one, guys. Be careful. What else here? ExxonMobil, I thought for sure that one would be down a little bit more. Excuse me, guys. What happened with Chevron today? Was that CVX? Didn't they have bad earnings today? They completely missed. We're like down $2. We're down 3%. They completely missed. So now the SPY's getting a little bit of a bid. There goes price line. They're getting the bid now. There you go, guys. 10 minutes left. You're getting the squeeze in the markets because everybody who went short in the beginning of the day, they're all covering their shorts. You get some of that action. Not that it's all the action, but that, you know, it's so freaking typical. And look at price line, guys. It's like magic. Some guys buys calls in the beginning of the day at 1600 strike price at 1581 and magically gets to 1603. Wow. And then the best part of price line is it magically starts moving up at the end of the day with some volume even. It's like, what the hell is going on here? Look at that. Volume comes in right here. And price was at 1596. They want to make sure it pounds through that area because that's huge resistance. So someone came in here and they're doing their thing. Hey, did those options go off yet? Does anyone know? TiVo looks interesting here. Big green bullish engulfing pattern on the weekly. TiVo. Gosh, look at this crap. They're actually going to close it above. Unbelievable. TV. Hey. A little bit up. So there's some 66 cents up to $2. Daily chart. Nah, no. It's a TiVo, right? TiVo? Nah. I mean, it's coming off of a low. You're still below all the moving averages. Is there even anything over here? Hold on. Let's go to a bigger time frame. Yeah, so there's stuff. Wow, look at this. Holding double bottom right here. 35.12. That's what they're trying to hold right now, guys. Big area. They need to close it above. Wow, they're trying to, well, there was another little candle here, so they're trying to close it above the 62 area. And man, they're trying. They're holding that. Next area, well, you got that, did pierce through. You got this low here around 29. Yeah, nothing to do here. I see what you're seeing. You know, it is a, you know, it went from 72 to 34, but it doesn't mean it can't, you know, start going to 29, 23, and then ultimately around 20 bucks. Around 20 bucks, maybe. But I mean, it's trying to hold on to the 200 MA. Oh gosh, wow. They got to close this thing above this low pivot. Oh no, actually no. Yeah, this thing's weak. I mean, if anything, I'd wait for a retrace and then short it. If it goes up, maybe. Yeah, big green bullish engulfing pattern on the weekly. I don't see that. Wait, let's see. Hold on. Okay, I see that. Yeah, you got some volume. All right. Well, you got to next week. You got to see some more follow through, and then maybe, or you wait for the retrace and then you get it. But I see the engulfing candle that you're looking at. You do have some volume. You have a little bit of tail on there, and it's, you know, it's not the worst, not the best, but yeah, I mean, you could probably take a stab at it, but knowing that if it gets below the 32 area, you just got to stop out. You know, that's why, you know, today would have been the day to do it, to take a stab at it. But we'll see what happens, you know. But yeah, I see the engulfing candle. Remember, this is the weekly. So on a weekly close the following week, you want to see a little more follow through in the close, you know, maybe above 35, and then maybe wait for the retrace, and then maybe the long on this one. So you kind of look at it that way. But no, I do like the engulfing candle. I see what you're seeing on here now. But it's the weekly chart. That's why I want to see some more follow through. If it was the daily, we'd see the engulfing, then a follow through, then you hop on. The weekly chart's a little bit tougher to play that type of move. But 1604.68 on Priceline. Priceline is priceless, guys. Just priceless. But the SPY is, though. The SPY is SPY's popping around up and down. You know, everybody goes, you know, whatever they're doing, you know, some shorts are covering at the end of the day, possibly. But again, weekly chart, nothing really wrong. But I don't, what's going on with my charts here? Something's up. Because that, unless I move that, I was going to say that's not right. Because we were above that trend line. So I don't know how that moves. So hold on, I might have moved it over here. Yeah, so let me push this down a little bit. So on the monthly chart, it works out pretty good, but the daily, we were above that line. I mean, you could move it, you know, give or take. I mean, we're right in between it if you connect that high too. So it's still holding that chart. So let's see, 1603.90 on Priceline. We got 5 minutes left, guys. Excuse me. See what they do with that one. Let's see here. I wanted to take a look. Anything else? If you anything else, I'm going to take off in a couple minutes, guys. But anything else you want me to look at, I can. In the last minute here, if you're looking for longs or shorts, let me know if you're going to go long or short, and then we'll play it from there. And then what else here? Any earnings after hours today, guys? Anything after hours today we can look at real quick here. XON long? XON long? Should say it's got to be another one that's at the bottom. all you guys. That's what I used to do. That's what I used to do. Nowhere. Okay, nowhere. Yeah, still early. Gosh, I'd like to see the $20 area tapped on this one. Did it go to it? Yeah, almost. Yeah, still weak. Look at that below the moving. This is the monthly. Not a lot of information. If you take the bottom here, it is holding there. Maybe not. If you want to take a stab at it, sure. If you start getting below the 20 area or this pivot here at 1845, then you got to get out. But yeah, I mean, but this is good bull or bearish consolidation. Let's look at the monthly or let's look at the weekly real quick. Earnings today, yeah, after hours, yeah. There's that line. We did have a retrace, came right back in. Now you're piercing that area down in here. Yeah, nothing to do. Let's see if we get a little bit lower. I mean, if you want to take a stab, you can. But like I said, if you close below this trend line, and you start going lower, then you're going to start heading towards these pivots here. Now, honestly, this could be a $13 stock. Just to be careful. Let's look at the daily really quick. Yeah, daily, a little oversold. You got a little bit of a reversal candle here. I'd love to see it close around the 2174, above that. But again, not bad. But if you want to take it long and this thing starts chopping sideways here, then you might, you want to get above this trend line again and then start shooting up. So not a bad area. It's kind of a play where, it came down from from heaven, and boom, 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 and a quick, but if you're in, kind of hit it and, goes up, get the hell out of it, play it like that. So, yeah, but even today, it really wouldn't have been, at the $20 even number, maybe. It's kind of just bouncing off a double bottom here and reversing. So, but not a bad play. If it does retrace, you're probably looking at 24 and maybe this area here, 25. So if that's, if that's what you're looking at, Alta, my favorite. My favorite. Is it at the all-time high yet? There you go. Good boy. Good boy, Alta. Right before, well, earnings usually goes 2 months from now or so. Yeah, again, this is another one. Shorted, right back to this pivot. It's going. Earnings got to be coming up, guys. All right, so let's see here. Are they going to pop it up above the 2295 area on the SPX? We're only about $1 away. Can they do it? It's got to be the magic number. Come on. We have 2 minutes left, guys. And the SPY's starting to catch a little bit of a bid off the lows. Magic number. So if you're in this thing, betting on the 2295 area, you only got $1 left, and they're making a shot for it. Oh, geez. Don't even. And looks like price line's going to close above 1600. Just perfect, Might as well roast and toast everybody. But Alta here, yeah, I love this. I love this setup with this big breakdown bar. You get a little topping tail here, but you're gonna compete with earnings. And everybody with Alta, for whatever reason, gotta buy Alta before earnings. So it could go up another $8. This is not a bad area to do it. If you want to do the bear call spread or what have you, man, you need one good pop up, and then I would put something on. But again, you're going to cross earnings too, possibly. Oh my gosh, where are we here? A minute left. 2294.34 on the. Oh, they're going for the 2250. No way. Oh my gosh, it's like clockwork. Come on. How much left? Oh gosh, 30 seconds. They're going to close it above it. Here we go, guys. 68 cents, 70 cents. Are you in anything, Raj, with this one? With the SPX at the 2295 area? Oh my gosh, hold on, buddy. Oh, 30 cents, 33 cents, 22 cents. Oh, it looks like it might close below the 2295. 10 seconds. Oh my gosh. It's got to pop above. Oh, here they're going for it. 4, 3, Oh, it closed. Look at that. Closed below it. Oh, 46. I'm gonna get a fake print. It goes up above it, and they put the new close over too. A close below. Look at that. Wow. Unbelievable, guys. This is wow. So they closed it below. All right. Not bad. 1602 on price line. And they closed that one above. Long IWM calls. Did you take that? I can't do that. I can't go long in those calls. But George, if you want to take that one, buddy, rock and roll it, baby. I can't. There's no way. Had an order below 5150. Yeah. You didn't get filled, Tony. Yeah. They saw the order. They kept it up. That's what these guys are doing. So about 34 cents down on the day on the SPY, 48 cents. The Qs went to green. Dow down a little tiny bit. The Qs went to green. Look at a good old Netflix too, closing right at the highs. Jeez, unbelievable. Close Google just above 845. Yeah, why? Oh, 845.03. Perfect. 835.77 on Amazon. So I'm sure that was a magical number. Price line looked like it was 1600. They did their job there. Holy cow! What a scam. Other than look at the SPY, 288.99. So someone putting that bet on closing at 229. Someone came in and pushed it down and said thank you. So all right, guys, I think that's it for today. I'm going to go eat some lunch, get ready. My oldest daughter's in the talent show. She's singing a song in front of the whole school tonight. It's going to be interesting, guys. So hopefully, I think she knows everything, though, but I don't think she knows what she's getting herself into as she approaches the stage and there's, a couple hundred people watching her sing. So, but she does sing in the choir, so she's used to being in front of people. But hey, say a prayer for me tonight, guys, because I'll be the guy in the audience probably more nervous than she is. Yeah. Thank you, Lord bless. Yeah. Hey, no problem, Reva. That I love doing this stuff, guys. All right, I'm out of here. I'm going to go eat some lunch, probably take off here, wrap up some of these jobs that I have due next week so that I have not a lot to do, and then we could do more live stuff hopefully in the next coming weeks. All right, guys. Hey, no problem, Big Hoss. Like I said, I love doing this stuff. Sign up for my website, guys, StockBookie.com. You get the free membership, and when I do these live sessions, I'm going to send out an email. I think YouTube does it for you, but it's easier for me just to put you on the email list. As soon as I go live, 20 minutes, boom, you got the email. If you want to come, great. And I think I'm going to be doing some live sessions at night too, maybe on a Sunday or Saturday, see if we could get some more people in here. And like I said, we got a lot of cool stuff coming up in the near future with some option traders and some other different insights with other guys and girls, and just looking at stocks and trying to figure out which way these markets are going. All right, guys, have a great weekend and take care. Don't go crazy, and God bless. See you on the charts.